I'll admit I was wrong. What else can I say, girl? Can't you play my head and not my heart? I was drunk, I was gone. That don't make it right, but I promise there were no feelings involved. No. She said, why tell me honestly? Was it real or just for show? Yeah. She said, save your apologies. Baby, I just gotta know. How long has this been going on? You've been creeping around on me. Are you calling me, baby? How long has this been going on? You've been acting so shady. I've been feeling it lately, baby. I'll admit, it's my fault, but you gotta believe me when I say it only happened once. I tried, but you'll never see that. You're the only one I wanna love. Oh, yeah. She said, why tell me honestly? Was it real or just for show? She said, save your apologies. Baby, I just gotta know. How long has this been going on? You've been creeping around on me. Are you calling me, baby? How long has this been going on? You've been acting so shady. I've been feeling it lately, baby. How long has it been going on, baby? You gotta come tell me now. She said, boy, tell me honestly, was it real or just for show? Yeah. She said, save your apologies. Baby, I just gotta know. How long has this been going on? You've been creeping around on me. Are you calling me, baby? How long has this been going on? You've been acting so shady. I've been feeling it lately, baby. How long has it been going on, baby? Tell me now, it's so shady. I've been feeling it lately, baby.
Drop top Porsche, 40 on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B straight stunning, can't tell me nothing. Bossed up and I changed the game. It's my big bronze boogie, got all them girls shook. My big fat ass got all them boys cook. We're from dollar bills, now we poppin' rubber bands. You know, stand to me while I do my money dance like. Flexing on the ground like. Hit that little John, okay. Oh yeah, we drippin' and finesse and getting paid.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Yeah, I know we'll turn heads forever. So tonight I'm gonna show you off. When I'm walking with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby, don't break. Blaming on my confidence, or blaming on your measurements. Shut you down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know it. Now slow it down for me, baby. 'Cause I love the it feels when we cry, yeah. Our connection's so magnetic on the floor. Nothing can stop us tonight. We're now walking with you. I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. know, dripping in finesse with my baby. Dripping in finesse. You know we got it going on.
This is the Shore Sports Network from SFMSports.net. Our broadcast begins in 3 minutes. This is the Shore Sports Network from SFMSports.net. Our broadcast begins in 2 minutes. This is the Shore Sports Network from SFMSports.net. Our broadcast begins in 1 minute. This is the Shore Sports Network from SFMSports.net. Our broadcast begins in 30 seconds. This is the Shore Sports Network from SFMSports.net. Our broadcast begins in 10 seconds.
Maryland Eastern Shore and SFMSports.net welcomes you to this presentation of Hawks basketball. Now, Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
At the William P. Heitch Athletic Center in Princess Anne, Maryland, it's time for Maryland Eastern Shore men's basketball. This afternoon, the Hawks take on the Spartans of Norfolk State University. We've got all the action for you on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net. Hello, everybody. Will DeBoer to courtside from the Shore. Happy homecoming to you and yours out there. It's a rather festive atmosphere this afternoon in the Heitch Center. Much larger crowd, by far the largest crowd of the season as everyone's coming home and looking for a good result on the basketball court today. Hawk women couldn't get it done earlier today. The Spartans winning the first game of our doubleheader, 63-53. The men trying to follow up and do their part and trying to win at homecoming for the first time since 2014. Bobby Collins looking for his first homecoming win as the head coach at Maryland Eastern Shore. Hawks coming in 6-23. They're 2-12 in the MEAC. That's second from last in the league. Just one game up now on Delaware State, who won last Monday against Coppin State. Hawks gave it a game against North Carolina A&T last Monday, losing 70-69, but never really falling out of it the way that they did over their last three losses. Hawks had it within 8 to 12 points for most of the second half before the Aggies were basically able to run out the clock. Eastern Shore did, in fact, get it back to 6 points with 3 minutes to go, but the Aggies, with some late free throws, able to run it out. Tyler Jones with a massive ball game, 21 points, 6 rebounds. Ace Custis, the assistant coach of the Hawks, told him on the bus going back that was the best second half he had played all season. And Logan McIntosh doing what he does, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. He played the full 40 minutes for Eastern Shore on the evening. As for Norfolk State, the Spartans still very much in the thick of things. It's a very thick top of the table in the MEAC. Spartans 11-17 overall. They're 9-4 in the conference. That's 5th place, but they're just one game back of first. Three-way tie atop the MEAC leaderboard. It's Savannah State, North Carolina A&T, and Bethune-Cookman, who are all paired with each other, 10-3 each. Hampton's 10-4 in 4th place, just a half game back. Norfolk State, just a game back of the Big Three and half a game back of Hampton. So the Spartans, and who are also just one game up on 6th place North Carolina Central, NSU could finish as low as 6th in the MEAC standings, or they could win the whole thing. I'm sure they're shooting for one of the 3 first-round byes in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, as Robert Jones has his team consistently sterling. Jones, 5th season leading the way for the Spartans. They're coming off back-to-back 17-17 seasons where they went 12-4 in the MEAC. They were last year's conference runner-up against a team of destiny in North Carolina Central. But Norfolk State, after losing a couple of key pieces early and having a thin bench, have righted the ship as the Spartans have won 3 in a row. They've won 7 out of their last 8. That's the team that's coming into the Heights Center, looking to tame Maryland Eastern Shore on homecoming. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, a pregame chat with Bobby Collins. We were able to grab him a little while ago. We'll hear his thoughts on the weekend that was and the matchup that will be this afternoon against Sparty. And we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip-off at approximately 4:20. Men's basketball on your Saturday afternoon. We're glad you could join us ever about it. This is the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Pivot Physical Therapy is the leading provider of physical therapy and sports medicine services in the Mid-Atlantic region, with over 270 clinic locations and providing sports medicine services to over 120 youth, scholastic, collegiate, and professional programs. Pivot Physical Therapy is in your backyard with locations in Salisbury, Berlin, Cambridge, Easton, and Seaford. Pivot Physical Therapy and Pivot Sports Medicine is a proud partner of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, providing athletic training and physical therapy care to your Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks.
Hello, I'm your waiter to Surge. Would you like to hear the specials? Do they include any wings, hot and cold sandwiches, and Smith Island cake? No, you'll have to go to M Street Grill for that. All right, see ya. Here you go, man. Hawks fans, you want to sink your teeth into great food and watch the game, right? Make M Street Grill your new home. It's a sports bar and restaurant conceived by hospitality and tourism management program students and owned by a Hawk alumni. M Street Grill in the Princess Anne University Village, 410-621-5040.
Pardon our dust there, folks. We're building the Field of Dreams.
While University of Maryland Eastern Shore's baseball fields undergo renovations, the Hawks will share the nest with the Shorebirds at Purdue Stadium. For the first time, fans can purchase season tickets to all 25 home games at Purdue Stadium for only $75. The home opener is Saturday with a doubleheader against Lafayette starting at noon. Get your tickets at umestickets.com.
Hawks fans, improving reliability with new technology and upgrades is only part of Delmarva Power's commitment to customers. They're also helping customers save money and energy with tips, tools, and programs that can help everyone reduce monthly bills. Just visit delmarva.com/everyonesaves for more. That's delmarva.com/everyonesaves. Delmarva Power, proud sponsor of Maryland Eastern Shore Athletics.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
Welcome back to the Hawk pregame show. We're sitting here with Bobby Collins, head coach of Maryland Eastern Shore men's basketball, getting ready for a homecoming matchup against Norfolk State. Coach, here we are. It's the last weekend of the regular season. Your general thoughts coming into these final two games?
Well, we're definitely prepared. Our guys are excited about homecoming, and we just want to try to keep our emotions at an even keel where we can go out there and perform for 40-plus minutes or whatever it takes to try to get this win for our alumni. That we have some guys that have been 60 years, 40, 50 years. So we want to go out and just play hard for those young people.
I know that winning on homecoming and playing well is always important. Everybody's back in town. You were just sitting here with Jesse T. Williams, a man whose name is on the floor. His signature's on the floor, and the importance in general, but for you especially, just to have your team prepared for the biggest game home-wise of the year.
Yes, well, Norfolk State is probably one of the hottest teams, and they're coming into our gym today, and they're playing well, and they're really shooting the ball particularly well, and we just got to get out and try to contain their perimeter shooting, and if we can do that, get our post to run in transition, and not just chase them the whole day, but make them chase us, and if we can hit shots and get the ball inside early and create an inside presence early, it should be a very exciting game today.
They've got a good point guard in Stephen Whitley, the diesel that you called him on the show the other night, but that's a team that they've got 7 players who are averaging 8 or more points per game, so even if Whitley's off, it's still a dangerous team because you never know who's going to come up and be their star for the day.
Well, we're going to do what we do. We don't want to have to chase them, and if we can get Amar Frost off early and Logan McIntosh, if he gets in attack mode, and if Tyler Jones do a good job for us, and with Myron Thomas, and if those guys come out and play hard and give us the effort, then we're going to be fine. And again, we just got to create an inside presence. We got to get back in transition defense and make them have to defend us.
All those guys had big moments all throughout this month. One in particular that emerged in the A&T game was Leandre Thomas. He had 9 points, 3 blocks, all in the first half against tall trees there in A&T. What did you see out of him on Monday that satisfied you?
Well, there's no better time than now for Leandre to start playing well for us, because if you're going to have an opportunity to win a championship, you have to have an inside presence and you have to have some stability, and we're asking him to be that for us, and if he plays with that kind of focus and that kind of concentration, we should be fine.
All right, Coach, thanks. Best of luck this afternoon.
Thank you.
He's Bobby Collins, everybody, and his Hawks are getting ready to take on Norfolk State for homecoming at the Heights. We'll be right back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Here's a list of reasons why AT&T Prepaid is a great prepaid choice, according to Julius and Deb.
When you switch to AT&T Prepaid,
you get 2 ZTE Maven 3 smartphones for free.
And 2 lines for $75 a month.
Hey, I was going to say that.
Beat you to it.
AT&T. Prepaid has no annual contract,
no activation fee,
and AT&T's reliable network.
No hidden fees,
no credit check,
no compromises.
AT&T Prepaid has plans for people who like great prices,
plans for people who like great deals,
flexibility,
reliability.
Customers named Deb,
customers named Julius,
customers in Springfield,
customers not in Springfield.
The list is long,
really long.
Thanks, Julius. Thanks, Deb.
You're welcome, announcer guy. Hey, I was saying that.
No matter your reason, switch to AT&T Prepaid and get 2 free ZTE Maven 3 smartphones and 2 lines on AT&T's reliable network.
Limited time offer available at participating AT&T stores. 2 for $75 per month requires 2 new lines of service on a $45 monthly plan each under a multi-line account. Account owner on auto pay. Reliable network claim for third-party sources, fees, coverage, and other restrictions apply. Details at att.com/prepaid.
This tax season, AutoZone has everything your car needs. Did you know that with the Loaner Tool program at AutoZone, you can borrow a specialty tool with no purchase necessary? Choose from over 100 tools to help you get the job done right, no matter how big or small. And right now, get 5.25 ounces of Lucas Complete Field Treatment for $4.99 each, or 2 for $8. Visit any of the D.C. area AutoZone locations and let's get you what you need. Deposit required. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
You know, in business, it's all about the bottom line. And since I sit in this uncomfortable old desk chair about 12 hours a day, well, my bottom line could really use a new chair. If you know what I mean.
Staples has lots of ways to save your business money. And right now, during the Staples Chair event, you can save up to 50% on a full selection of office and desk chairs.
That really helps my bottom line in more ways than one.
Work comfortably for less. The office chair event at Staples. Better chair equals better workday. Ends 3/10/18.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
Back at the Heights Center, Maryland Eastern Shore getting ready to take on Norfolk State. We had it at a 4:20 tip time. That'll be a bit later as we've got a dance team that's out on the floor right now, and the countdown clock has stopped. For now, we can give you some more information about both teams, mainly the starting lineups. First, we'll tell you about Norfolk State, a team that's been remarkably consistent since they went D1 back in 1997-98. They've never finished below 500 since they joined the MEAC. 20 now consecutive season of at least 8-8 or better, mostly winning records for the Spartans. They'll continue that streak this year, 9-4 in conference in 2017-18. The Spartans, let's get you their starting lineups under Robert Jones, head coach. And this is the starting five for NSU. Mustadi Pitt, 6'1" freshman guard from Hampton High School in Virginia. He was a local kid from Tidewater. Pitt averaging 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game as a freshman. Preston Bungay, 6'6" senior guard and forward from Albuquerque. Transferred from Trinidad State Junior College. 8.5 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists per game for Bungay. Stavian Allen, 6'7" junior forward from Cary, North Carolina. 3 points, 3 rebounds a game. Nick Thomas, 6'2" sophomore guard from Arlington, Texas. Transferred from Houston Baptist and then later Howard College. Not Howard University, Howard College. 10 points, 3 rebounds, an assist and a half per game for Thomas. And Dan Robinson, 7-foot senior center from Norfolk, Virginia. He took the long way around by way of Iona University. 3 points, 3 rebounds, and a block per game for Robinson. So an unconventional starting lineup for Robert Jones. His best player this year is coming off the bench in this game. 2 of his best players, in fact. Alex Long, who had started every game for the Spartans, will be a bench player. Long will come off with 11 points and 6 rebounds a game. And then Stephen Whitley, the diesel of a point guard from Norfolk, Virginia. Robert Morris transferred. Whitley averaging 12 points a game. That's 19th in the league. 5.5 rebounds and 4.5 assists per game, which is top 8 in the league. He has stepped up for the injured Zane Robinson. Robinson hurt his hip in the preseason. He was going to be the starting point guard for Norfolk State. Robinson with a really good season in 2016. He was a second-team All-HBCU All-American. Done for the year. Norfolk State really struggled out of the gate, including losses, several non-conference losses, but the biggest one to Elizabeth City State in early January, losing to a D2 school. This is definitely not the Norfolk State team that lost to D2. As for Bobby Collins and the Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks, they're bringing their unconventional starting lineup as well. Tyler Jones will come off the bench for the first time this season. He's averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds a game. This is the starting five. Myron Thomas, 6'8" freshman forward from Cleveland, Ohio. 11 points, 8 rebounds per contest. He's one of the best freshman performers in the MEAC. He had 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists against North Carolina A&T the other night. Cam Bako, 6'3" freshman guard from Hampton, Virginia. He escaped Tidewater to come to Eastern Shore. 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists per game for Cam. Logan McIntosh, 6'3" senior guard from Atlanta, Georgia. Low, the undisputed team leader, 12.5 points, 4 rebounds, 4.5 assists per game for him. Leandre Thomas, who had himself quite the game against North Carolina A&T A&T. He's getting his 9th start of the year. 6'10 freshman forward from St. Petersburg, Florida. Did his schooling in the D.C. metro area. 3.3 rebounds a game. He had 9 points and 3 blocks against the Aggies. And Ahmad Frost, 6-foot sophomore guard from Cincinnati, Ohio. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists per game. Frost cold from the floor against the Aggies. He went 2 for 12, had just 4 points. So those are the lineups. Both Thomases for the Shore, plus Baycoat, McIntosh, and Frost. The Spartans, Pitt, Bungay, Allen, Thomas, and Robinson, with the key bench players for each side. Whitley for the Spartans, Jones for the Shore. Norfolk State's won 3 in a row. They beat South Carolina State handily on Monday. They're looking to make it 4 in a row and trying to keep pace with the top of the standings in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. As mentioned, 3-way tie atop the MEAC table. Savannah State, North Carolina A&T, and Bethune-Cookman each 10-3. Hampton's 10-4, half game back of them. Norfolk State a full game back at 9-4. Let's take a look at the matchups around the conference this afternoon. First, some breaking news from the rest of college basketball. Arizona head coach Sean Miller will not coach in the game against Oregon for the Wildcats. That's coming up here after the FBI wiretap that came out discussed him paying $100,000 to a recruit. Anywho, let's get back to basketball action, and MEAC scores this afternoon. It's the thing loads. That's the problem with technology. It never works when you want it to. Howard's hosting Delaware State. South Carolina State has North Carolina Central in town. And the big matchups. Savannah State at Bethune-Cookman. This one basically an elimination game for the regular season MEAC crown. North Carolina A&T's at Florida A&M. That's a 6 o'clock tip time. And Morgan State visits Hampton as the Pirates try and keep pace with everybody. That's also 6 o'clock. Bethune-Cookman approximately 4. All right, let's take one last break. When we come back, the opening tip we promise. It's the Hawks and the Spartans coming up next on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Howdy, folks. I'm Colonel Sanders here to tell you about KFC's $5 fill-ups. Now, some people are saying that I'm just Reba McEntire and that KFC has paid me to be the Colonel. But if that were true, how would I know my $5 fill-ups are full of a lot of delicious food? How would I know that you can get a real meal with 2 pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, a biscuit, cookie, and a drink for just $5? It's not like I could just read it off a script designed to make you hungry. Or could I? KFC. It's finger-licking good.
At participating KFCs only. Prices may vary. Tax and substitutions extra.
This tax season, AutoZone has everything your car needs. And now those parts and supplies come with more savings when you sign up for the AutoZone Rewards program. You'll earn a $20 reward every time you spend $20 or more 5 times in 1 year. Save on 5 quarts of Pennzoil high mileage or conventional and an STP filter for $24.99 or an STP extended life filter for $2 more. Visit any of the DC area AutoZone locations and let's get you what you need. Learn more about AutoZone Rewards at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Take Hawks basketball with you anywhere. Get the SFM Go app in the Google Play or iTunes Store and stream on SFM Sports Channel 2.
Back back at the Heitch Center. Maryland Eastern Shore getting ready to take on Norfolk State. It's homecoming 2018 on the University of Maryland Eastern Shore's campus. Crowd is large and lively. We've got a local voice behind the mic, the voice of the Charlotte Hornets, your favorite stadium voice and mine, Pat Doty's here. Certainly glad to have him in the house. The pep band's here, the dance team, the cheerleaders. It's just a ruckus and lively atmosphere at the Heitch this afternoon. Your starting lineups once again for Maryland Eastern Shore. They're taking an unconventional approach. Myron Thomas, Cam Baycoat, Logan McIntosh, Leandre Thomas, and Ahmad Frost. Tyler Jones, who had started all 29 games this season, will come off the bench for the first time this afternoon. As for Norfolk State, Mustadi Pitt, Preston Bungay, Stavian Allen, Nick Thomas, and Dan Robinson. They're two key bench players, three of them in fact. Alex Long, a 6'8" forward from Clinton, Maryland. He's got 11 points, 6 rebounds a game. Kyle Williams, senior from the Bronx, has got 9 points, 3.5 rebounds a contest. And then Stephen Whitley, team league scorer, 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. He had himself flirting with a triple-double the other night, did Whitley, against South Carolina State. 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. Whitley's coming off the bench as Robert Jones tries to put a bit of a hook, a wrinkle, if you will, into the starting lineup for Norfolk State. And you have to trust Jones's judgment on this. It's his 5th season. He took over an already strong program, one that had pulled off a 15-2 upset in 2012 when the Spartans beat Missouri. Now take a look at this. Norfolk State has finished top 3 in the MEAC every season since 2010-11. It's tied for the 11th longest streak in Division I over the past few years through last year. Gonzaga and Kansas, of course, the top, but Norfolk State flirted just right with them, and other perennial powers like Stony Brook, Oregon, Stephen F. Austin. They're introducing the starting lineups for the Hawks right now. Road jerseys for the Norfolk State squad, golden with green numbers. It's the golden green today instead of the green and gold which the women had in their game. The Hawks in their traditional home white uniforms, maroon numbers. Byron Thomas come out with a big white headband right now. Cam Baycoat's in. The Hawks 5-4 in this building. A win clinches them a winning record at the Heitch Center this season, and that's where the bulk of their wins have come from. Eastern Shore, with their loss to North Carolina A&T on Monday, clinched a winless season on the road in true road games. 0-18 in true road games, 1-19 in games away from the Heitch Center. They went 1-1 in the Emerald Coast Classic against Tennessee Tech, and they beat Jackson State back around Thanksgiving. Starting lamps introduced, and Maryland Eastern Shore and Norfolk State getting ready to tip off. Closer to 4:30 the tip time instead of 4:20. Eastern Shore, it's their final weekend of their regular season. They've got Dell State in town on Monday night, honoring the two seniors, Logan McIntosh and Najee Fitzgerald. They'll be idle on Thursday, March 1st, which is the last game day in the MEAC. Norfolk State, meanwhile, is headed to Howard on Monday night for the ESPNU game. And they've got a massive showdown against the Hampton Pirates on Thursday to close out the year. The final of a regular season matchup between the Spartans and the Pirates as members of the MEAC. Hampton set to join the Big South next year. Teams are taking the court right now. White versus gold. Stavian Allen to take the tip for the Spartans. Myron Thomas for the Shore. Now we've done our talking, and now it's time for basketball. Ball bouncing twice. It's in the air. Myron Thomas controls it, but it's tipped out by Norfolk State, and the Spartans now have it. We're underway from the Heitch. Right to left moves Norfolk State in this first half. Here's Stavian Allen top of the circle. Allen, chest pass out to Pitt on the right wing. Pitt with McIntosh in his face. Straight away, catch and shoot three for Nick Thomas. Leaves it strong, and the rebound hauled in by Dan Robinson. A fresh 30 coming up for Norfolk State. NSU working it to the right sideline. A handoff to Bungay. Bungay flicks it to Thomas straight away. Now it's Pitt. Pitt trying to get separation. Frost with strong defense. They work it around the horn to Bungay. Bungay cutting in right baseline. Jump pass out to Dan Robinson. Robinson step back 18-footer. Left it short. Myron Thomas ripping down the rebound from a fast swooping Allen. Left to right moves Maryland Eastern Shore. Logan McIntosh the floor general in this setup. Eastern Shore's first offensive possession. Looking for a bucket. Here's Ahmad Frost top of the circle and a whistle away from the basketball. They'll ding one of the Thomases for an illegal screen. Leandre is the one who picks up the offensive foul, and the Hawks give it away on their first possession.
For your Hawks, Leandre Thomas is first, team's first, Spartans ball.
Spartan basketball. Right to left moves Maryland, the Spartans, Norfolk State. It's been a long afternoon, folks. We're still settling in here. Here's Pitt at the maroon M. Now they work at right baseline. It's Bungay. Adjust midair. His layup misses strong, but a second chance tip back. I think that was Allen who got a hand on it. And on that fingertip, Norfolk State has their first lead, 2-0. Now Cam Baycoat, crossover dribble, splits two defenders, pull-up jumper, right elbow. Yes, there's the Cam Baycoat we come to know and love at the beginning of the season. Baycoat with his first field goal. It's 2-2. That basket, by the way, was by Dan Robinson moments ago for Norfolk State. They'll try to answer here 2 minutes in. Straight away, it's left wing. Nick Thomas for three. It rattles out. Offensive rebound for Stavian Allen. Allen's blocked by Leandre Thomas, and then Robinson's turnaround hook shot. It's an air ball. Fourth chance coming up for Norfolk State. Stepping in, 18-footer from Pitt. Ricochets away, and Frost chases down the board. Baycoat got stepped on funny in the middle of that sequence, but now Baycoat's got it. Driving right baseline, double team and cut off. He circles back out, stripped. No double dribbles the call. Instead, it's travel. Now Baycoat's asking for either someone from the bench. Yes, he's asking for a sub as he's dealing with a right foot issue now. So now we'll see Tyler Jones check in, the sophomore forward from Atlantic City, New Jersey, coming off the bench for the first time this season. 12 points and 5 rebounds a game. That's what he brings to the floor for Bobby Collins. NSU basketball, right to left. Wraparound pass to Nick Thomas in the front court. Slings it down low for Robinson. They work it back out to Bungay. Bungay, right seam, takes to the rack himself. Around Leandre Thomas, up and in. Thomas at the back out with his early foul. 4-2, NSU leads. 2.5 minutes gone by in the ballgame. Jones, right wing for the short. Now it's Frost. Screen coming from Leandre Thomas. Frost straightens up. Pick and roll with Leandre. Catch and shoot right baseline. Left it short. Jones there for the offensive rebound. Too strong on his putback. It's saved and bounced by Stavian Allen. And here comes Bungay. Lowers his head for NSU. Kicks it left corner. Thomas spots up from three. Rattles out. Stavian Allen. Volleyball sets it back in off the glass and good. Stavian Allen. 6-2. Spartans on top. 16 and change to play in the first half. Mod Frost dancing around right elbow for the Shore. Spots up. Well short. Rebound ricochets right to Bungay. Bungay stutter step into the front court for Sparty. Now it's into the right corner for Pitt. Pitt out straight away for Allen. Shoots over Jones for three. Rattles out. And Myron Thomas there to snare. Logan McIntosh left to right for Eastern Shore. He pumps the brakes and lets the offense set up. McIntosh hands it off to Myron Thomas. Now Frost and McIntosh again the offense in motion. Myron on the left wing. Now Jones straight away. Around the horn to McIntosh. Flicks it inside. Myron's got it. Right baseline posting up against Thomas. Wrap around to Leandre Thomas. And that's deflected out of bounds. Sit down if you're not prepared for this one. Myron Thomas was backing down Nick Thomas and tried to pass to Leandre Thomas. Wah! Thomasception. One of them's out. Leandre's out of the game, and Colin Gaynor checks in for the first time. 4 to shoot for Eastern Shore as they didn't hit the rim. Now Myron Thomas pull up 20-footer, just a touch strong. Pitts there to snag it. Right to left goes NSU looking for an answer. Norfolk State already up 4, looking to push it to 3 possessions here. Nick Thomas around the horn to Bungay in the right corner, marked by Gaynor, and there's a whistle down low as Jones got tangled up with Dan Robinson. TJ called for his first foul, and that takes us into the first media timeout. 15:57 to play in the first quarter. Your score, Norfolk State 6, Eastern Shore 2 on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
The Eastern Shore is a perfect place to visit year-round. A gem hidden on the lower shore is the Henson, located in the heart of Princess Anne on the picturesque campus of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. The Henson is the perfect choice for campus visits, business trips, reunions, meetings, and relaxing getaways. Check into the Henson and we'll take care of the rest. Book online at umes.edu/Henson.
In the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, success for our student athletes isn't just measured by wins and losses, points on the scoreboard, or individual stats. It's also measured by their performance in the classroom, in the community, and ultimately graduation. Our student athletes aren't just playing to win a single game. They're playing to win at life, because games end, but life keeps on going. The MEAC, educating student athletes for the game of life.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
Back at the Heights. Norfolk State leading 6-2, 15:57 remaining in the first half. Eastern Shore just 1 of 5 from the floor in the opening salvo. Norfolk State not doing much better. They're 3 of 11, but already 5 offensive rebounds for NSU. And it's Spartan basketball. They're working to Dan Robinson. Robinson blocked by Myron Thomas. Myron came up and stood him up straight. The 7-foot Robinson blocked by the 6'8" Myron Thomas. And now in transition, the Hawks work a foul down low.
Foul charge number 14, that's Nick Thomas.
Nick Thomas with his first foul, the first foul against the green and gold in this one. Still the starters on the floor for NSU. McIntosh to inbound from right in front of the Spartan bench. Myron Thomas, Tyler Jones, Ahmad Frost, and Colin Gaynor also on the floor for White. Officials in this game, we got Kevin Ricks, Kyle Nave, and Quentin Murphy. McIntosh takes the handoff from Myron Thomas. Teardrop off the glass, missed it short, and Thomas comes flying in out of nowhere to get the offensive rebound. Check Myron Thomas. Have you ever seen him and Superman in the same place? I didn't think so. Ahmad Frost, left wing, pumps it inside to Jones. Reverse layup, got it. Tyler Jones up and under over the big 7-footer. 6-4, Shore back within 2. 5 minutes gone by in the first half. And at the next whistle, you're going to see an entirely different Norfolk State team. They got 5 subs sitting in front of the scorer's table. Nick Thomas, right wing, then it's around the horn to Pitt for NSU. Robinson jumps it out straight away to Nick Thomas. Now they work at right baseline for Stavian Allen. Back at the Thomas with 6 to shoot. Thomas, screen coming from Robinson, takes it to the right. Jump pass, right corner, catch and shoot. Bungay for 3. Strong. Myron Thomas with the board, and he's got Stavian Allen for the foul. As Allen collided with Thomas on the rebound attempt. Myron already with 4 crucial rebounds for Maryland Eastern Shore. And here's the full new line for the Spartans, their checking line, if you will. Stephen Whitley amongst them. Whitley, the big point guard they call Diesel, a one-time Maryland Eastern Shore target. Also Kyle Williams, Alex Long's in the game. Brian Gelino, center at 6'11", from New York. And one more, that's Derek Jamerson Jr., 6'5" guard from Detroit, Michigan. Jones is 3 from the left wing, lips out, and Whitley's there to rip down the board. Here comes NSU. Whitley out for Williams, and this is technically the second line on the day for Norfolk State. It may actually be their first string. 3 of their leaders coming off the bench in this one. Whitley circling up right baseline. He's blocked out of bounds by Colin Gaynor. Gaynor from behind. All palm on that one. 20 to shoot for the Spartans. Or should there be? 12. It should be. We're getting 2 fingers of 12, and it is 12 on the shot clock. Somebody accidentally reset. 12 to shoot for Norfolk State as they inbound. Sandwiched between a couple of defenders is Long flings it into the right corner. Jamerson for 3. Halfway down and rattles out. Colin Gaynor hauls it in. Here comes McIntosh, left to right, gliding for the Shore. Hand off to Frost, right of center for 3. Too strong. Jamerson's there to elevate. Now here comes the Spartans the other way on the left wing. It's Williams, cuts in, works it down low right baseline, and Whitley travels just outside the cylinder. A giveaway, Norfolk State. have been holding Eastern Shore back on the defensive end, but they've not been able to stretch ahead offensively. Low scoring first half so far, still 6-4 NSU, 13 and change to play in the opening session. McIntosh near the big maroon end for Eastern Shore, marked by Whitley. Screen set by Jones. McIntosh gets separation left wing, drives in baseline, teardrop off the glass. Jones blocked from behind. Somebody got a hand on. Now here comes Whitley, one-on-one with Frost, and Whitley stripped on the way back. Frost able to juggle it, but he has it out of bounds, and Norfolk State takes over. Eastern Shore playing some strong defense in the first half as Frost got back. He's 6'0". Whitley 6'3" and full of muscle, and Frost able to not deny him the easy bucket. Willie to inbound with Gaynor in his face. Skips it into the right corner for Jamerson, and Jamerson trapped in the corner. It's out of bounds. Frost and Gaynor combining to make life difficult for him, and right in front of Bobby Collins, Eastern Shore creates a turnover. Well, the Hawks have an answer offensively. Even though Eastern Shore was only down 2, the crowd thoroughly taken out of this game. Just 10 points combined in the first almost 7 minutes. McIntosh has it for Eastern Shore as his half-court offense gets set up. Low, dancing across the timeline with Whitley. McIntosh is Fred and Whitley's Ginger in this scenario. Jones hits the screen. McIntosh takes it, dekes out the left wing. Pick and roll with Jones. Right seam. Sticking with him all the way is Gelano, and Gelano called for the foul on the shot attempt. Tyler Jones had the instep to the baseline, and that's the third foul against Norfolk State in this half. It puts TJ on the line. Tyler Jones, 68% free throw shooter. Top 20 in the league in scoring. He's top 15 when it comes to MEAC play, and he tickles a twine on his first free throw. Jones, 14 points a game in MEAC competition. He's really kicked it into overdrive. 2 substitutions as on one at least. Myron Thomas out and Cam Baycoat's in. Just the 1 sub, and Jones perfect on his second free throw attempt. And we're all square now, 6-6. 7 minutes gone by in the first half. Here's Stephen Whitley across the timeline for NSU. Threads it in to Long at the right elbow. Flicks it down low baseline. Gelano backs down. Jones turns around, lays it off the glass, and good. You don't want to give Gelano that left shoulder to play with. He's going to roll off. And at 6'11", he's already more than halfway to the basket before he even leaps up. 8-6 Norfolk State. 12 and change to play in the first half. Here's Jones, the right corner for Eastern Shore. Eyeing down Gelano. Stutter steps in him. And a right baseline drive. He's stripped on the way up and fouled. That's Gelano again. So on consecutive possessions, Tyler Jones able to attack Brian Gelano and force him to commit 2 fouls. Preston Bungay will have to come in next, and Jones is headed back to the line. TJ, 14 points in the matchup between these two teams last year off the bench as his first free throw is in and out and back in again. Now is at Eccles Hall in Norfolk. Eastern Shore had a 9-point lead at halftime, but were unable to seal the deal as the Spartans on their own homecoming, saying their fans home happy, 75-69 the win. Jones' second free throw, nothing but net, so he's 4 for 4 from the line in the early get-go. And he'll get a seat. Sean Hoggs checks in, the walk-on 6-foot guard freshman from Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Galloping across the timeline, it's Whitley for Norfolk State. Whitley on the left wing from the Jesse T. Williams signature. Flings into the left corner. Williams got separation. His 3 rattles out and in. Kyle Williams, a 39% three-point shooter. MEAC play, he's bumped it up to 42. 11-8. Spartans lead coming up on 12 minutes to play in the first half. Now Cam Baycoat steps back left corner 3 for the Hawks. Skims the rim. Whitley there to rip down the rebound. He's stripped by any one of 3 Hawks. 3-on-2 for Eastern Shore. Out to Hoggs. Right corner for 3. Short. Leandre Thomas offensive elevation, and he's tied up on his second shot attempt. It's a jump ball. Possession staying with Maryland Eastern Shore. And the Hawks will have it when we come back. 11:50 to play in the first half. Your score, Norfolk State up 11-8 on the Shore Sports Network on SFMSports.net.
committed to serving you even better. McCready Health Immediate Care and Imaging Center in Princess Anne. Stop by when you need us and experience our expanded services, including 3D mammography for advanced early detection of breast cancer. Conveniently located next to Food Line in Princess Anne and open 7 days a week from 10 to 8. Most insurance plans are accepted and no appointments are needed at McCready Health Immediate Care and Imaging Center. McCready Health, with you for life.
Training is about more than muscle. It's about inner strength. So I push myself. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. I train with the best. A team that shares my drive and commitment. We collect intelligence, guard our shores against drug smugglers, and keep our waterways safe. Because our nation expects more. Discover a future that exceeds your expectations. Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
Back on the shore, 11-8, Norfolk State on top, 11:50 to play in the first half. Let's tell you about the Spartans' consistency under Robert Jones, now in his fifth year. Norfolk State's won at least 17 games and 11 MEAC games in all 4 of his season. They've gone to 4 straight MEAC semifinals, the championship game last year, 4 straight CIT appearances. The last 2 seasons, they've gone 17-17 and 12-4 both times. Tyler Jones for the shore turns around, and his J from the right elbow is nothing but net. Tyler Jones back into the ball game. He's got 6 off the bench. 11-10. Norfolk's lead down to 1. 11:30 to play before halftime. This is Whitley running the floor for NSU, marked by McIntosh. Screen set. Gainer comes over to pick up. Dumps it off for Bungay, right of center. Bungay chest pass back out to Whitley. Whitley flicks it in left baseline to Long. Alex Long facing a double team. Kicks it out left corner. That's Bungay. Bungay cuts in, jump step, flicks it back for Long. Long adjusts midair, missed the layup. Bungay's putback, sits short on the rim, and a second chance putback for Bungay. 13-10. Norfolk State takes the lead on the acrobatics from the Albuquerque man. Shore basketball. McIntosh pumps it down low to Jones. Left baseline. Posting up against Long. Turnaround. Kobe jumper well strong. And Jamerson's there for the easy rebound. Whitley takes it himself. Coast to coast. Lays it up from the left side and in. Stephen Whitley creating the chance. It's now 15-10. Norfolk State. 10.5 to play in the first. Shore basketball. It's Baycoat on the right sideline. Baycoat eyeing down his defender. That's Jamerson. McIntosh screen set by Jones. Jump hook pass out to Baycoat. Baycoat left seam. Stripped on the way up. But a whistle. Looks like it's Bungay. Bungay called for the foul, and that puts Colin Gaynor on the charity stripe. For Colin Gaynor, homecoming, just a touch more special. He's a home boy, local guy, what have you. He's from the area. That's what we'll settle on. Berlin, Maryland. He went to Parkside High School here in Salisbury as his first free throw halfway down and out. Did a prep year at Mount Zion Baptist Christian School before finally getting to lace up for Maryland Eastern Shore this year. Gaynor's second free throw tickles the twine. He's a 53% shooter. He salvages 1 of 2. 15-11. Spartan lead at 4 with 10:18 to play in the first half. The substitution moments ago. Myron Thomas back into the game as Cam Baycoat takes a seat. Whitley for the Spartans dumps off for Bungay, and Bungay checked from behind, right seam counted, and the foul. A blocking foul against Colin Gaynor. Preston Bungay taking it himself.
Preston Bungay with the bucket. He'll be at the line.
Bungay comes from a basketball bloodline, dates back 2 generations. His grandpa, Phil Harmon, played at Kansas. Yes, the actual Kansas. Had 7 points and 2 rebounds a game for 4 seasons in the 60s. And Bungay's free throw, nothing but net. 3 the old-fashioned way for Preston. It's now 18-11, Norfolk State, halfway through the opening session. Logan McIntosh left channel for Maryland Eastern Shore. Low fakes inside, instead threads it out for Ahmad Frost straight away. Now it's McIntosh. Flicks down low. Myron Thomas elevates for the pass. Left baseline. Attacking Bungay. Stutters step. Missed the layup short. Rebound. Saved out of bounds. And it was Jamerson who had it, but he flicked it off the knee of Bungay. And so Eastern Shore capitalizes on the break. At least possession-wise.
Still Hawks ball.
Eastern Shore basketball, 9:39 to play in the first half. 7-point deficit for the Hawks. Nick Thomas back in for the Spartans. He's guarding Ahmad Frost, who has it after the inbound. Frost from the edge of the Maroon M. Now dribbles to the left sideline right in front of the Norfolk bench. Wrap around to Myron Thomas, left elbow. Thomas, step back 17-footer. Hooked it to the right. Gaynor had the rebound. It's out of his hands, though, and Whitley comes down with it. Whitley clears for Norfolk State. Bungay fakes right, instead breaks ankles to the left, and his over-the-shoulder layup's good. Preston Bungay having himself a half. And a timeout for Bobby Collins and Maryland Eastern Shore at the 5:08 mark of the first half. 20-11, Norfolk State up. We'll stick with you. It's a 30-second timeout. Bungay averaging 8.6 rebounds and 2 assists. He was injured for all of last year, took a red shirt. The year before that, 5.3 rebound contributor for Robert Jones and company. Bungay graduated from Cibola High School in Albuquerque, went to Trinidad State College before transferring. Stuck around the Hampton area in the summer of 2016. He played in the Hampton Roads 7 Cities Basketball Pro-Am League. Eastern Shore basketball as the Hawks look for an answer. Down 9, feeling the game starting to slip away. Here's McIntosh in the front court for the Hawks. Now Jones at the left high post. Jones hands off to Frost. Frost loses the handle, gets it back. Thomas marking him. Frost with 10 to shoot. Screen set Myron Thomas. Frost trying to shake off on the right elbow, and his pass flung way out of range of Myron Thomas, out of bounds. Nearly took out Joey Gardner, our photographer, but he's still there nice and calm on his stool. Photo Joe Photography, he's the man you want to go to, is a friend of ours and yours. Spartan basketball, Kyle Williams in the right channel. Now it's Whitley. Whitley takes a screen, stops and pops from straightaway 3, hooks it to the left. Gaynor's there to clear. Here comes McIntosh, lowering his head, coast to coast, low. He misses the layup, and Myron Thomas there with a putback jam. Myron Thomas. Someone cue the Superman music. 20-13. Norfolk State up a touchdown, 8 and change to play in the first half, and now Stephen Whitley with a stutter step, accelerates up the right channel, and he lays it in. 22-13, Norfolk State leads. We'll have another media timeout, the under 8 at the next whistle. Frost with the ball off the shore, circling in the left side of the post. Now it's McIntosh inside for Frost. Frost to Jones, reverse layup, got it. Tyler Jones up and under with the lay-in. He's got 10 in the first half. 22-15, Maryland Eastern Shore down. 7 and change to play before halftime. Here's Whitley in the backcourt for Norfolk. Chest pass to Kyle Williams, back to Whitley on the left wing. Whitley, no look pass down low for Alex Long. Long pumps it up off the backboard left side. Myron Thomas boxes out for the board. Here comes McIntosh. The Hawks have a chance to get back within 5 here. Low, top of the circle. Now it's Gaynor. Wrap around inside Myron. Right post. Myron gets around, and he's foul on his reverse layup attempt. Thomas, explosive speed underneath the hoop. He's quite athletic. Perhaps the best athlete on the team. Fouls against Alex Long for Norfolk State, and Myron's got 2 free throws when we come back. 7:14 to play in the first half. Your score, Spartans 22, Hawks 15 on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Pardon our dust there, folks. We're building the Field of Dreams.
While University of Maryland Eastern Shore's baseball fields undergo renovations, the Hawks will share the nest with the Shorebirds at Purdue Stadium. For the first time, fans can purchase season tickets to all 25 home games at Purdue Stadium for only $75. The home opener is Saturday with a doubleheader against Lafayette starting at noon. Get your tickets at umestickets.com.
Pivot Physical Therapy is the leading provider of physical therapy and sports medicine services in the Mid-Atlantic region, with over 270 clinic locations and providing sports medicine services to over 120 youth, scholastic, collegiate, and professional programs. Pivot Physical Therapy is in your backyard with locations in Salisbury, Berlin, Cambridge, Easton, and Seaford. Pivot Physical Therapy and Pivot Sports Medicine is a proud partner of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, providing athletic training and physical therapy care to your Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
Back on Delmarva, 22-15. Norfolk State leading Maryland Eastern Shore, 7:14 to play in the first half. Will DeBoer with you on the Shore Sports Network. It's homecoming from Princess Anne. Last night they inducted 6 new members to the Maryland Eastern Shore Athletics Hall of Fame. In men's basketball, it was Tim Parham in on his first year of eligibility, 2008 graduate. He's been playing overseas for a decade. He won a Canadian championship back in 2015. Joined by women's bowler Jessica Worsley, the first women's bowler inducted. Her assistant, Doug Dukes, former assistant coach for women's bowling. Chucky Picard from baseball and several other sports. Angela Fowler from women's basketball. And then the late Gail Aiken, a contributor, the unofficial Eastern Shore historian for several decades. Myron Thomas's first free throw lips out. It was halfway down. Thomas attacked down low, forced Alex Long to commit the infraction. That was number 6 against Norfolk State in this half. So bonus time the rest of the way for the Shore. Thomas' second free throw, nothing but net. Byron's been up and down at the free throw line this season. He's had it as low as 50, had it as high as 70. He's at 64 now as he gets 1 of 2 at the line. 22-16, Eastern Shore down. Norfolk State basketball, 7:07 to play before halftime. Here's Mustadi Pitt, who's into the game for the first time since the opening few minutes. Now it's Thomas, left wing, contested 3, and he got it. Nick Thomas elevating from long range. A 9-point Norfolk lead. That's matched their largest of the game, 25-16, 6 and change to play before the break. Ahmad Frost left channel for the Shore. Frost centering up. Slips the pass out to McIntosh. Now it goes back to Frost. Frost, little stutter step, deeks in and out. Flings it back to McIntosh. Lobs it down low for Myron Thomas. Attacking Bungay. And Thomas attacks down low. Lays it up and in. Myron Thomas showing no fear against Preston Bungay. 25-18 NSU. 6:26 to play in the first half. Pitt saunters across the timeline for Norfolk. Feeds Bungay. It's intercepted by Ahmad Frost. Pass too strong. Floats up to McIntosh. McIntosh on a breakaway. Lays it up and in. Lowe had to get it up quickly as Stephen Whitley was bearing down defense, but he does. Points in transition for the Hawks. 25-20 Spartans lead. 6 even to play in the first. Here's Pitt moonwalking at the left wing for Gold. It's out to Whitley. Around the horn to Thomas. Inside. Back out for Whitley. Whitley at the free throw line. Laterals to Bungay. Bungay fakes right, spins left instead. Now it's Pitt left baseline underneath the basket. Jumps a pass out. Right wing catch and shoot 3. Well short. And a putback by Bungay. Bungay on the tip. Is able to lay it up and in. And we've got a whistle as Bobby Collins takes another timeout. No, Norfolk State takes this timeout. It's a 30-second. 30-second timeout for Norfolk State. 27-20. The Spartans on top. 5:39. The clock shows in this first half. Well, the offense has picked up a little bit since the opening minutes where it seemed nobody could buy a bucket, but Maryland Eastern Shore fortunate to still be in this game. Down 7. Tyler Jones has come up big for the Hawks in this opening session. 10 points off the bench. And now Maryland Eastern Shore to inbound after the brief stoppage. Robert Jones talked over what he wants to talk over. Hawk basketball. Here's Myron Thomas over the timeline. Here's Frost. Now it's McIntosh from the big maroon M in center court. Lowe staring down Whitley on defense. Skips a pass to Frost, left elbow. Fakes in. Outs out to Myron Thomas. Now Frost. McIntosh around the horn. Jones, right wing for 3. Just a touch strong. Elevating for the rebounds. Leandre Thomas. And they'll get an over the back. against Bungay. And that may be the only thing that can stop Preston Bungay in this first half. That's number 7 against Norfolk State, number 2 against Bungay. 1-1 coming for Leandre Thomas. He's a 56% foul shooter. First a substitution, Bungay out, Stadion Allen back in. Leandre, been all around the area for his high schooling. Fork Union Military Academy, Friendship Charter School in D.C., also the Montrose Christian School in Rockville, Maryland. First free throw, too strong, shanked it off the iron, and a rebound for Mastadi Pitt. Norfolk holds on defense on the possession. Whitley, stutter steps, fakes down low. It's into Robinson, back out to Whitley. Whitley chest pass to Pitt, top of the circle. They'll work it to Thomas in the left wing, back out to Whitley. Whitley straight away. He's thinking about the long three. He's thinking about it. Instead, wheels up around Jones. Step back, 16-footer, short. Rebound straight down to Thomas. Thomas scoops it to Allen, up and under, reverse layup, good. Stadion Allen makes it 29-20 Norfolk State, 4:40 to play in the opening period. Here's McIntosh standing on the hawk at the edge of the M for the Shore. Jones, left wing. McIntosh out to Frost. Amont's been quiet in this one. Frost skips it to Leandre Thomas, free throw line. Thomas retreats back to McIntosh. Screen set. McIntosh scoops it out to Jones. Left corner for 3. Skims the rim short. Leandre Thomas boxing out for another rebound, and he forces Dan Robinson to commit the foul. Robinson with his first, and so Leandre Thomas forcing a couple of fouls in the last minute by Norfolk State. He'll go back to the line for another crack at a 1-and-1. Ahmad Frost checking out of the game, and Cam Baycode back in. Frost still scoreless in this one, albeit with 4 assists. And the first free throw for Leandre, same spot, clangs off the back of the iron, and Pitt's there to corral the board. Pitt drops it back for Allen. Norfolk State now sitting on it, approaching the under 4 media timeout. Mastadi Pitt chest pass, nearly intercepted by Myron Thomas. Allen tries to dunk it over Leandre Thomas, misses the dunk. But they'll get Thomas for the foul for standing there and is pushing back as Allen tried to posterize Leandre Thomas. Second foul against Dre, and that takes us to our last time out of the half. 29-20, Norfolk State on top. 3:59 to play in the first on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Do you need a break, a getaway? Plan a visit to Hyatt Place Dewey Beach in Delaware. Lay back, relax with your toes in the sand, and unwind to the sounds of the ocean. Please your palate with a delicious meal at Cape Hasa Restaurant on the Bay while taking in the sights of a beautiful sunset. It's time to get away and make that getaway to the Hyatt Place Dewey Beach. Call 302-864-9100 or visit HyattPlaceDeweyBeach.com. Make a lifetime of memories in your own backyard at Hyatt Place Dewey Beach. That's Hyatt Place Dewey Beach on Facebook and Instagram.
Hawks fans, for over a century, Delmarva Power has provided safe, reliable energy to customers throughout the region. That's a powerful connection you can count on, from here at the Shore to throughout Maryland and Delaware. To learn more, visit delmarva.com or call 1-800-375-7117. Delmarva Power, proud sponsor of Maryland Eastern Shore Athletics.
We now pause 10 seconds for station identification.
The flagship station for Maryland Eastern Shore basketball is WTGM Salisbury, Delmarva's Fox Sports 960.
Back at the Heights, 3:59 to play before halftime. Maryland Eastern Shore trailing Norfolk State 29-20. NSU's won the last 2 matchups between the two sides. They lead the all-time series 43-19. Eastern Shore playing in its final weekend of their regular season. They'll host Delaware State on Monday night. As Stavian Allen's first free throw sinks on in. Allen with 2 after he tried to posterize Leandre Thomas.
Stavian Allen at the line, 1 remaining.
And his second free throw, front iron and in. So Stavian Allen, the Cary, North Carolina man, makes 2 of 2. Leandre Thomas checks out with his second foul. Ahmad Frost is back in. Allen transferred to Spartyville from Tallahassee Community College. Eastern Shore basketball down 11. That's their largest deficit of the contest. McIntosh straight away for the Hawks. Fakes to the right, instead jabs out. Now it's Frost, threads it down low. Myron Thomas, right baseline. Marked by Allen. Allen seals off the hole. McIntosh left wing with 4 to shoot. Low, running out of chances. Frost, desperation. Deep NBA range 3. Got it! Well, sometimes that's all you need. Ahmad Frost, the first one falls for him. Let the rest pour in. 31-23, Norfolk State. 3 and change to play before halftime. Now it's underneath the basket for Norfolk State, and Tyler Jones able to rip it away from Mustadi Pitt. Too many Hawks in the paint. Eastern Shore looking for an answer. McIntosh loses the handle, gets it back. Marked by Whitley. Whitley top of the circle. No, it's McIntosh driving in, kicks it back to Baycoat. Baycoat, quick trigger 3. Got it! Cam Baycoat, back-to-back threes for the Shore. We got a ball game again, folks. 31-26. Spartan lead down to 5. 2:45 to play before halftime. Eastern Shore, can they have another defensive stop? This is Pitt. Now a handoff to Nick Thomas. They'll work it back to Pitt. Right sideline, right in front of Bobby Collins. Robinson comes out for a screen. Pitt chest pass to Allen. Right baseline, marked by Myron Thomas. 5 to shoot. Allen stops his dribble. Flicks it out for Nick Thomas. Thomas dancing around. 2-1. Teardrop floater off the backboard. Shot clock violation. Maryland Eastern Shore sets up the Maginot line in the paint. And the line holds. Wish we could have said that 70 years ago, but c'est la vie. 2:19 to play before halftime. The Hawks back within 5. Back-to-back trays by Ahmad Frost and Cam Baycoat conspiring to get Eastern Shore back into this one. Here's McIntosh, top of the circle for the Shore. Low circles up, left seam, and he's hacked hard on his approach to the basket. He'll get Stavian Allen for his second foul. So, make that 3 post options now for the Spartans with 2 fouls. Preston Bungay, Brian Gelino, and Stavian Allen. 2 free throws coming up for Logan McIntosh. He's a 75% foul shooter. That's top 16-17 in the league. And this is the danger zone now for Robert Jones and company as McIntosh tickles a twine on his first. The Spartans only have 12 men on roster, and only 10 of them are active. One's Zanai Robinson, who's out for the year with a hip injury. The other one is Jayon Chavez, a transfer from Colby Community College in Kansas. He's only an NCAA partial qualifier. He's ineligible. Second free throw rattles out for McIntosh, so now it's a 4-point basketball game. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. 31-27 NSU. Whitley circling up, marked closely by Frost. Dump off for Long, catch and shoot 17-footer. Yes. Alex Long with a much-needed J for the Spartans. Now 33-27. Eastern Shore with the basketball. 99 seconds to play in the first half. Jones behind the back dribbles. He backs down Long. Bounces it off of Long and back to himself. Now it's Baycoat. Frost on the left wing. Feeds Myron Thomas down low. Attacking Stavian Allen. Wrap around out to Baycoat. Straight away for 3. Short. Rebound right to Long. It's on the floor and picked up by Kyle Williams. Whitley turns on the Jets. Pumps it into the right corner. Nick Thomas for 3. That's short. Long rebound volleyed out by Allen. And now we've got a whistle as Alex Long never made it back into the front court. Allen is down low. He's got his hands in his head. He's on his knees. I'm not sure what happened there. Something on the rebound went wrong with Allen, but we got one of the trainers out, and they're looking at his left eye. Is this an eye issue, or is this a we're going to put you in concussion protocol issue? Now Long is up and on his feet now. Round of applause from the Hawk faithful. Long, the native Marylander from Clinton. He's on the bench now. Either he got poked in the eye or hit his head, whatever the case. Long, in his 11 points a game, sitting on the bench for Norfolk State. Now go back to Dan Robinson into the game. Big 7-footer. 6-point Spartan lead. 1:10 to play before halftime. And a steal by Ahmad Frost. Frost could not keep the handle, though. It's deflected out of bounds near the scorer's table. And Maryland Eastern Shore takes over. No, they do not take over. Norfolk State keeps possession.
Also returning for your Hawks, it's Colin Gaynor.
Colin Gaynor checked back in as well at that last segment as Tyler Jones gets a breather. Jones, 10 points in the first half off the bench. He's got 1 foul against him, so I don't think Coach Collins wants to risk him picking up the second in the dying moments of the first half. We got a sweat break as there was a scrum for the ball right in front of the scorer's table. We got Aniola Fatoki, one of our student managers, who's out there to wipe up the sweat. Aniola's been a great manager this year. Fine travel companion. She's been on every single trip for Maryland Eastern Shore this year. 1 minute to play in the half, and now we'll get a blocking foul against Myron Thomas as he's stuck like glue to Stephen Whitley. Bobby Collins not happy at all. From this perspective, it looked like Whitley might have lowered his left shoulder as he barreled over Thomas, but Myron moving his feet, and it's the 5th foul against Maryland Eastern Shore in this half. They've still got 1 to give. Whitley backing down Gaynor at the top of the circle. Norfolk State looking for a dagger late in the half. They may have one from Kyle Williams. They do not. It's well short. 3-pointer from the left wing. Frost clears it for Eastern Shore. Frost galloping into the front court for the Hawks. Frost eyeing down Whitley. Floats it to Gaynor. Left wing for 3. Bang! Colin Gaynor. He can shoot the rock from deep. 1 possession basketball game. 33-30. Eastern Shore back within 3. 23 seconds play before halftime. Crowd's in it. There's about a second's difference. Shot and game clock. Norfolk State can basically wind this thing most of the way down. Here's Whitley. Whitley takes a screen straight away for NSU. Circles up, takes to the rack, leaves it short. Rebound tipped out, controlled by Baycoat. Last shot coming up for Maryland Eastern Shore. Baycoat taking it himself, coast to coast, off the glass, lips out. Stavian Allen rips it down. Whitley can't get the desperation 3 off. Deflects off of the cross-country banner for Eastern Shore right above the court, and that's halftime. Well, when Norfolk State threatened to blow this thing out of the water at 11-point lead after the media timeout, Eastern Shore got all the way back in, and the Hawks facing just a 3-point hole as we head into the break. Norfolk State leading 33-30 after 20 minutes of action. We'll take a break and come back with halftime stats, see what else is going on in the MEAC on this final Saturday afternoon of conference play. Again, your halftime score, the Norfolk State Spartans 33, the Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks 30 on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Training is about more than muscle. It's about inner strength. So I push myself. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. I train with the best. A team that shares my drive and commitment. We collect intelligence, guard our shores against drug smugglers, and keep our waterways safe. Because our nation expects more. Discover a future that exceeds your expectations. Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
Hello, I'm your waiter Serge. Would you like to hear the specials? Do they include any wings, hot and cold sandwiches, and Smith Island cake? No, you'll have to go to M Street Grill for that. All right, see ya. Here you go, man. Hawks fans, you want to sink your teeth into great food and watch the game, right? Make M Street Grill your new home. It's a sports bar and restaurant conceived by hospitality and tourism management program students and owned by a Hawk alumni. M Street Grill in the Princess Anne University Village, 410-621-5040.
This is Hawks basketball from SFMSports.net.
If this were just any door, and this were just any ignition, connected to just any transmission, in just any vehicle, then perhaps it would be okay to buy it from just anyone. But this is not just any car. It's a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz. Every detail has been inspected and road tested by highly skilled Mercedes-Benz technicians. And it's all backed by an unlimited mileage warranty for up to 5 years. Which makes the decision of where to buy one simple. Your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. The certified pre-owned sales event going on now through February 28th. Come in today and take advantage of 2 years of complimentary prepaid maintenance and special financing offers available through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. Because in the end, it's absolute confidence in genuine Mercedes-Benz parts, or it isn't. It's either Mercedes-Benz certified pre-owned, or it isn't.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on certified pre-owned warranties.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
We welcome you inside the Hawk Halftime Show, courtside at the Heights Athletic Center in Princess Anne, where the Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks trailed the Norfolk State Spartans 33-30 through 20 minutes of action. Will DeBoer with you on the Shore Sports Network. This thing appeared to get out of hand. Norfolk State pushed the lead to 11 with 3:58 to play in the first half. Then back-to-back threes from Ahmad Frost and Cam Baycoat conspired to get Eastern Shore back into the game. Colin Gaynor hit a three on the final look of the half for Eastern Shore, the only three from downtown in the opening session for Maryland Eastern Shore, and they could not come at a better time. Let's get your halftime stats. The Hawks shooting 10 of 28 from the floor in the opening session. That's about 36%. Not too shabby. 3 of 10 from deep. 7 of 12 from the free throw line. They've attacked Norfolk State down low, just haven't been able to capitalize from the charity stripe. Norfolk State, meanwhile, shooting 14 of 36 in the first half. That's 39%. Just 2 of 12 from deep. 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Leading scorer for Eastern Shore is Tyler Jones. He's got 10 points off the bench. 3 of 9 shooting the rock is Jones. 10 points and 3 rebounds through the first 20 minutes. Other scorers for Eastern Shore: Myron Thomas has 5. Cam Baycoat has 5. Colin Gaynor's got 4. 3 each for Logan McIntosh and Ahmad Frost. And then scoreless in the game was Sean Hoggs. As for Norfolk State, Preston Bungay leading the way for the Spartans. He's got 11 points. Bungay coming in averaging 8. He's already above that average with 11. 5 of 7 shooting is Bungay. He's got 3 rebounds as well. Other scorers for Sparty: 6 points for Stavian Allen. He's got 6 rebounds as well. Stephen Whitley's got 4, 3 each for Nick Thomas and Kyle Williams. A deuce for Dan Robinson, Brian Gelino, and Alex Long. And then Mustadi Pitt and Derek Jamerson are scoreless. Rebounding-wise, Norfolk State controls 24-19 off the glass, including 10-7 on the offensive end. Foul-wise, just 5 for Maryland Eastern Shore in the first half. Myron Thomas has 2, nobody else with more than 1. For Norfolk State, they've got 9, but they're all concentrated amongst their front court. Preston Bungay's got 2, Stavian Allen with 2, and Brian Gelino with 2 fouls. Assists: Eastern Shore has 8 assists on 10 of their baskets today, as they're sharing the ball extraordinarily well. Ahmad Frost with 5 helpers, 3 of them for Logan McIntosh, and 6 assists on 14 makes for Norfolk State, 3 for Stephen Whitley off the bench. He's the distributor. Turnovers: been a clean first half. 4 giveaways for Norfolk State, 3 for Maryland Eastern Shore. Blocks: here's the surprising stat: 5-0 for Maryland Eastern Shore. Hawks come in with fewer than 2 blocks per game. That's last in the league. They've got 5 in the first half. 2 for Myron Thomas, 2 for Colin Gaynor. And steals: 2-0 for Eastern Shore. Points in the paint: all Spartans 22-10. Points off turnovers: 6-4 for the Hawks. Second chance points: NSU 10-4. Fast break points: 2-0 for Eastern Shore. And then bench points: 14-11 for Maryland Eastern Shore. 3 ties, but no lead changes in the first half, as the Hawks got it back a few times, but NSU's led wire to wire. Eastern Shore, though, as close as they've been since the opening moments of this ball game, down by just 3 at the break. It's 33-30. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's happening around the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. As it's the final Saturday of the regular season, we've got one massive matchup in Daytona Beach, and we've got a score that you may expect, just not the parties involved that you might expect. That's next on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Hawks fans, improving reliability with new technology and upgrades is only part of Delmarva Power's commitment to customers. They're also helping customers save money and energy with tips, tools, and programs that can help everyone reduce monthly bills. Just visit delmarva.com/everyonesaves for more. That's delmarva.com/everyonesaves. Delmarva Power, proud sponsor of Maryland Eastern Shore Athletics.
committed to serving you even better. McCready Health Immediate Care and Imaging Center in Princess Anne. Stop by when you need us and experience our expanded services, including 3D mammography for advanced early detection of breast cancer. Conveniently located next to Food Lion in Princess Anne and open 7 days a week from 10 to 8. Most insurance plans are accepted and no appointments are needed at McCready Health Immediate Care and Imaging Center. McCready Health, with you for life.
The Eastern Shore is a perfect place to visit year-round. A gem hidden on the lower shore is the Henson, located in the heart of Princess Anne on the picturesque campus of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. The Henson is the perfect choice for campus visits, business trips, reunions, meetings, and relaxing getaways. Check into the Henson and we'll take care of the rest. Book online at umes.edu/Henson.
Pivot Physical Therapy is the leading provider of physical therapy and sports medicine services in the Mid-Atlantic region, with over 270 clinic locations and providing sports medicine services to over 120 youth, scholastic, collegiate, and professional programs. Pivot Physical Therapy is in your backyard with locations in Salisbury, Berlin, Cambridge, Easton, and Seaford. Pivot Physical Therapy and Pivot Sports Medicine is a proud partner of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, providing athletic training and physical therapy care to your Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
Back on the Hawk halftime show. Norfolk State leading Maryland Eastern Shore 33-30. At halftime, it's homecoming here on the campus of Princess Anne. They're introducing the Hall of Fame class of 2018, inducted last night on campus in a gala. And as I always say, it's a gala day for you. Well, a gala day is not for me. I don't think I can handle anymore. The 6 members of the Hall of Fame, posthumous induction for Gail Aiken, the historian of Maryland Eastern Shore athletics for decades. Jessica Worsley from women's bowling. Tim Parham from men's basketball. Charles Chucky Picard from baseball, as well as track and field and basketball. Angela Fowler from women's basketball. Doug Dukes, assistant coach of women's bowling. Those are the 6 who were inducted and got their maroon jackets on stage last night. You can visit EasternShoreHawks.com for a complete rundown and liner on all of the new Hall of Famers. Joining the cream of the crop, the pantheon of the greatest to ever don the Hawk uniform. Let's take a look around the MEAC. The big score that everyone's looking at the top of the standings will come in Daytona Beach. Halftime, Bethune-Cookman leads Savannah State 61-44. It has been all Wildcats in the opening session. Usually 61 points scored and a half in a Savannah State game. It's the other guys, the Tigers, who are the ones that putting up 61 points. Not so today. Other scores, halftime from Howard, Bison leading Delaware State 47-31. Hornets will be in town Monday night to face Maryland Eastern Shore. 3:50 to play, first half from South Carolina State rather. Bulldogs lead NC Central 41-28. North Carolina Central loss will virtually lock in the Spartans in at least the 5th seed in the MEAC tournament. And then later tonight, North Carolina A&T visits Florida A&M. Morgan State visits Hampton. And by that time, we should know, or the Aggies should know, which team they are now chasing atop the leaderboards. Bethune-Cookman and Savannah State. One of them's got to lose. All right, they're introducing the homecoming court right now, center court, and it does not appear that we're going to start the second half on time. We'll keep an eye on the clock here, but there's about 3 minutes, 30 seconds to play in halftime, and it's, it's just going to take a while. Folks, it's homecoming, all the festivities, got to get them all in, and everybody loves them. So, we'll have just a little bit of a longer break. So let's take a commercial break. We'll update you when we come back. And at some point here, we will have second half action from the Heights Center. Norfolk State leading Maryland Eastern Shore 33-30 at the break on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Caterers.
Setting up.
DJ.
Spinning oldies all night.
Gift.
Their favorite jazz album, signed.
Total party cost.
$550. Just send me your half with Zelle.
Oh, Zelle. That's already in my Wells Fargo mobile app. Sending money now.
Great. Mom and Dad's 25th anniversary is going to be perfect.
Send and receive money from just about anyone with a U.S.-based bank account. Wells Fargo, building better every day. Terms and conditions apply. The Zelle service is property of Early Warning Services, LLC, Wells Fargo Bank, N.A.
DirecTV Now presents Don't Be Frustrated with Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, hey, man.
Oh, hi, Mike.
What are you doing?
I'm just banging my head against the wall over and over again.
Why?
Because I've got cable, and it's so frustrating. I had to wait hours for the cable guy. Now I have this big, ugly cable box.
You know you should just get DirecTV Now.
Okay.
It's live TV you can stream on any screen. No cable guy, no cable box.
Really? That's amazing. Now I won't have to bang my head against the wall anymore.
Nope. Now you can watch on your phone, tablet, or TV while you bang your head against something softer, like this pillow, the squeaky toy, this loaf of bread, this bicycle horn,
fun,
this whoopee cushion, this potato. Who doesn't love mashed potatoes?
Try DirecTV Now for $10 a month for 3 months. No satellite needed.
Use code YesNow3 at DirecTVNow.com. Limited time. Compatible device required and sold separately. Price after instant discount on $35 a month package. Renews monthly at full price unless canceled. Prices may change. New subscribers only. Cancel anytime. Restrictions apply. Details at DirecTVNow.com.
It's buy one, get one at your local CVS pharmacy, where it's easy to find the essentials you need and the hot deals you want. Need one good reason to shop this week? How about two? Buy one, get one free on select CVS Health, Nature Made, and Nature's Bounty vitamins. Plus, buy one, get one free on all CVS batteries. Restrictions apply. See circular or cvs.com/weekly ad for details. Feel good? Save money at your neighborhood CVS pharmacy.
Let me tell you a little secret. You're getting fake electric bills. Stop being an energy victim of your utility company. The U.S. government will give you a 30% tax rebate just so you can produce your own electricity. And the state you live in may give you even more. Finding out is a free phone call away. Solar energy is every American's dream, and it's right above you every day. Cut your power bill in half with a clean solar energy system. Stop paying more than you need to for your electricity and stop paying for hidden charges. Put more money back in your pocket. Our solar hotline partners can offer you 0% down payment and 100% financing plans. Cut your electricity bill in half with solar. Call right now.
800-535-7857. 800-535-7857. 800-535-7857. That's 800-535-7857.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
Back on the Hawk halftime show, 33-30, Norfolk State leading Maryland Eastern Shore. It's homecoming. They're introducing the homecoming court at center court right now. A bit of a longer break at halftime expected for homecoming, so we'll run through top 25 scores for the moment. Second half action for Pitt. Number 1 Virginia leads Pittsburgh 54-25. Pittsburgh had 7 points in the first half against that wicked Virginia defense. Texas Tech, number 16 in the land, hosting number 8 Kansas. 17 minutes to go from Lubbock, 44-40 Jayhawks. Earthquake at the top of the standings, the rankings. Creighton 89, Villanova, third-ranked team in the country, 83 in overtime from Omaha. Villanova taking their 4th loss of the season. Wichita State winning on the road, 84-78 at SMU. Clemson beating Georgia Tech at home, 75-67. Michigan going to Maryland and winning 83-61. Tennessee holding off Ole Miss in Oxford Town, 73-65. Later tonight, Iowa State at West Virginia, Santa Clara at St. Mary's, Syracuse at Duke, UAB at Middle Tennessee. Yes, Middle Tennessee's top 25 now. Gonzaga at BYU, Auburn at Florida, and Arizona. Sands coach Sean Miller at Oregon. Let's take one last break. When we come back, second half action on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Training is about more than muscle. It's about inner strength. So I push myself. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. I train with the best. A team that shares my drive and commitment. We collect intelligence, guard our shores against drug smugglers, and keep our waterways safe. Because our nation expects more. Discover a future that exceeds your expectations. Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss. Ken Fisher, founder and executive chairman of Fisher Investments.
We don't sell annuities. We'll never sell annuities. Most annuities have nosebleed level fees, don't do what the customer thinks they do, have tremendous tax problems, are hard to get out of once you're in them, and are extremely confusing.
Don't let the sound of guaranteed income lead you to financial headache. Call now for your free report, Annuity Insights, and find out why legendary money manager Ken Fisher hates annuities. Call 1-800-771-0606 and see what you might be getting into.
Anything you want to do with annuities, there's a better way to do. If you have more than $500,000 to invest, talk to us.
Get your free report, Annuity Insights, and find out the 9 questions every annuity investor should ask. Call now, 1-800-771-0606. That's 1-800-771-0606.
Do you need a break, a getaway? Plan a visit to Hyatt Place Dewey Beach in Delaware. Lay back, relax with your toes in the sand, and unwind to the sounds of the ocean. Please your palate with a delicious meal at Cape Hossa Restaurant on the Bay while taking in the sights of a beautiful sunset. It's time to get away and make that getaway to the Hyatt Place Dewey Beach. Call 302-864-9100 or visit HyattPlaceDeweyBeach.com. Make a lifetime of memories in your own backyard at Hyatt Place Dewey Beach. That's Hyatt Place Dewey Beach on Facebook and Instagram.
Second half action, we promise, from the Heights Center. Norfolk State leading 33-30. It'll be Maryland Eastern Shore basketball as we begin the second session. Starters on the floor for the Hawks. Well, at least a form of a starting lineup. Myron Thomas, Logan McIntosh, Cam Bay, Ahmad Frost, and Tyler Jones. Jones, a bench player in this game for the first time all year. And everybody's moving to the other side, as it should be Norfolk State basketball instead. You had one job, arrow guy. So it's Spartan basketball as we come out of the break. Preston Bungay to inbound, flicks it into Stephen Whitley. The other three on the floor for the Spartans: Gelano, Jamerson, and who is that? That's Kyle Williams. Now it's Bungay. Bungay top of the circle, and he travels. You heard me say his name wrong, and that threw him off his game. Traveling violation against Bungay, and a giveaway for Norfolk State on their first possession. Just 7 combined turnovers between the two sides in the opening 20 minutes. A clean first half. Few fouls and few free throws as well. McIntosh has it for the Shore. Hawks moving right to left in this second half. Here's Jones, the right elbow, stops the dribble. Backdoor wraparound to Ahmad Frost. Volleys it out to Baycoat. Now McIntosh left wing for 3. Leaves it just a bit strong. Rebound tipped once and hauled down by Whitley. Stephen Whitley nearly loses out of bounds to the Hawk bench. And now McIntosh with a near steal. He forces Kyle Williams to fall down, and Williams sliding on his fanny across the court. Called for the traveling violation. Back-to-back giveaways for Norfolk State. 38 seconds into the second half, and some frequent flyer miles going around. They got some sweat to wipe up from the NCAA logo on the court, and they're sufficiently satisfied with the moisture level of the floor. Here's McIntosh, who walks it across the timeline. Low, serpentining to the left wing, now finds Baycoat. Chest pass right corner for Frost. Wrap around inside for Jones. Double team, spins to his left with the left hand, lays it up and in. TJ, with a flick of the finger, picks up his 12th points of the game. And the Hawks have it within 1. 33-32 Norfolk State, 1 minute into the second half. Eastern Shore has never led in this game. With one more stop and a bucket, they will. And there's a near steal as it's Bungay who lost the handle, gets it back, dribbles to the right post and lays off the glass and good. Bungay fixes a broken play. 35-32 NSU, a minute and a half into the second. Here's Frost for the shore, dancing on the right wing. Bounce pass to Jones in the right corner. TJ dribbles out, flings it out for Frost. Frost left seam is cut off. Out to McIntosh. Now Frost on the lateral with 9 to shoot. Frost ekes in and out on the left wing. 6 to shoot coming up. Screen set in from Myron Thomas. Frost circles up. Floater blocked by Gelano, and it's out of bounds, going the way of Norfolk State. Frost tried to save it in bounds, and he could not. This is Whitley, left to right. He glides across the timeline. Frost there to meet him every step of the way. One step backwards and in heels. Bungay top of the circle. Now it's Whitley on the left wing. Whitley, chest pass to Bungay. Bungay finds the right seam, explodes around Myron Thomas and takes it to the rack. Preston Bungay corners and handles like a snake in a rat hole. 37-32. Spartans on top. 17 and change to play in the second half. Hawks had it back within 1. Now it's up to 5. Jones, double team right baseline. Stopped his dribble. Instead, flicks it back out for Frost. Desperation pass. Hawks still have it. Baycoat contested 3 from the left wing. Got it. Cameron Baycoat with a hand in his face from Williams. 37-35. Norfolk State leads. 17 and change to play in the ball game. Jamerson on the left wing for Norfolk. In the left corner for Bungay. Back out for Whitley to run the offense now. Whitley, screen coming from Gelano. He pulls up from 20 foot on the right wing and buries. Stephen Whitley with a long 2. 39-35. Hawks down. 3 minutes gone by in the second half. Whitley's got 4. Myron Thomas free throw line for the Hawks. Now it's McIntosh left wing. Feeds Jones down low, and he's hooked on the jump for the pass. That's Gelano, and that's number 3. Well, I suppose when it comes to the lane, there's never room for Gelano.
That's Brian Gelano.
Yes, I can feel you throwing your Rotten Tomatoes at the radio after that one. I had to do it. So Gelano checks out with 3. Alex Long back in. Long, apparently not concussed, as just an eye issue he was dealing with, not a head issue. Clock does not reset for the Hawks. Now it's at 5 seconds. McIntosh straight away for 2. He'll have to drive in, stops and pops from the line. Teardrop just a touch strong, and Williams clears it for gold. Here come the Spartans. Whitley flings it for Williams on the right wing. Contested 3 over. Frost leaves it short, and it's hauled in by McIntosh. Low, lowering his head, taking it coast to coast, falling down backwards, and he lays it off the bottom of the rim. McIntosh taking a hard tumble underneath the basket. He'll have 2 free throws coming up. Stephen Whitley's first foul on the second against Norfolk State. It puts McIntosh on the line, and a dangerous tumble for McIntosh. First game of the year against Valley Forge. Suffered a back injury on a similar transition bucket. Missed 3 games after that as Lowe buries his first free throw. Leandre Thomas checks back in. Ahmad Frost out. The Hawks will go heavy back on defense, trusting McIntosh will make this free throw. And Lowe's second. He buries it. Faith fulfilled. 39-37 Norfolk State with the basketball. 16 and change to play in the second half. Here's Whitley galloping into the front court. Jamerson now back to Whitley, who moonwalks to the left channel. Now steps up, pops up from straight away and buries a 3-pointer. Stephen Whitley steps out beyond the arc. It's now 42-37 NSU. 4 minutes gone by in the second. Jones, double team right baseline. He's trapped. He needs to do something with it. Jones wrapping around, trying to save it, to bounce it off of a Norfolk body. Instead, it's on the floor, picked up by Jamerson. Stout defense down low by Sparty. And now it's Bungay gliding to the left baseline, missing it off the backboard. Leandre Thomas snares it. Now here's McIntosh down low to Jones. Jones stripped on the way up. No foul call. It's out of bounds. Eastern Shore ball. They'll have 24 to shoot when we come back. 15:37 to play in the second half. NSU leading the Shore 42-37 on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Pivot Physical Therapy is the leading provider of physical therapy and sports medicine services in the Mid-Atlantic region, with over 270 clinic locations and providing sports medicine services to over 120 youth, scholastic, collegiate, and professional programs. Pivot Physical Therapy is in your backyard with locations in Salisbury, Berlin, Cambridge, Easton, and Seaford. Pivot Physical Therapy and Pivot Sports Medicine is a proud partner of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, providing athletic training and physical therapy care to your Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks.
Hawks fans, improving reliability with new technology and upgrades is only part of Delmarva Power's commitment to customers. They're also helping customers save money and energy with tips, tools, and programs that can help everyone reduce monthly bills. Just visit delmarva.com/everyone saves for more. That's delmarva.com/everyone saves. Delmarva Power, proud sponsor of Maryland Eastern Shore Athletics.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
Back on Delmarva, 42-37, Norfolk State leading Eastern Shore, 15:37 to play in the second half. Well, it's been Cam Baycoat this afternoon. He's got 8 points in this game, 2 of 4 from long range. Baycoat, you'll remember, had an explosive start to his career, 28 points and 11 assists against Valley Forge, 18 against Maryland 2 days later. He has cooled off ever since. Down to 6.5 points a game. He'll increase that average with a good day so far. Eastern Shore still helping each other rather well. 10 assists on 12 baskets, 6 of them for Ahmad Frost, 4 for McIntosh. The 2 point guards doing their jobs. Hawk basketball. Baycoat stops the dribble, skips it to McIntosh straight away. Overhand fling to Baycoat on the right channel with 9 to shoot. Baycoat takes a screen from Jones, gets the double team. They pump it in the left corner. Gaynor spots up from 3. Got it! Colin Gaynor as the Hawks work it from the parking lot. 42-40, Eastern Shore down, and now an answer. Whitley misses it short on the 3-pointer. Jones the rebound. Hawks can tie the 2, lead with the 3. McIntosh scoops back for Jones. Steps up from 3. Short into the hands of Bungay. Now here comes NSU as Whitley pumps the brakes, lets the half-court offense set up. Jones shot the ball well from 3 last season. He's been more of a post presence this year. Whitley dancing around a couple of defenders, finds Jamerson in the right corner, and Jamerson the 3-pointer corner pocket. 45-40, Norfolk State back up 2 possessions. Jamerson, 41% 3-point shooter. Last game he had 15 points on 5 made threes. Hawk basketball. Here's Baycoat from the right wing. Baycoat thinking about the long one. Instead, he'll pump it inside for Jones. Jones right baseline. He's held by Bungay on his approach. And against Preston Bungay, that's foul number 3.
Number 1, that's Preston Bungay. His third foul.
Number 3 against Bungay. So that's a pair of Spartans in some foul trouble. Oh, Baycoat's wide open in the left corner. McIntosh didn't see him on the inbound, and instead the Hawks will set up the half court. Low, one-handed pump for Gaynor. Now it's McIntosh. Jumps it down low for Jones. Tyler Jones crashing the glass, and it's in. DJ leaning forward for the easy 2. 1 possession game, 45-42 Sparty. Under 14 to play in the second half. Here's Whitley for NSU. Now it's Williams back to Whitley straight away. Whitley marked by McIntosh, takes a screen, spots up right of center for 3. Got it. Stephen Whitley, quick trigger over McIntosh, wincing to himself, saying, come on now, I got to defend. 48-42, Eastern Shore down, 13.5 to play in the ball game. Here's McIntosh, stripped on the backcourt by Norfolk State, but it's out of bounds. Last touch by Alex Long, and it's staying on the Hawk end. Logan McIntosh to inbound, right next to the Eastern Shore bench. And it's into Baycoat. Halfway through the shot clock, Eastern Shore on this possession. Baycoat deking in and out, back in again. Double teamed on the perimeter. Wrap around to McIntosh. Rainbow cross court to Gaynor. Left baseline, kicks it out for Baycoat. NBA range 3 at the buzzer. Pushed it to the left, and Whitley's there to grab it. Here comes Norfolk State up 6, trying to make it a 3-possession game, and Whitley's pass inside. He had found Stavian Allen. Allen slipped on the right baseline. backwards as the ball was in front of him, and he could not handle it. It's be a shoe issue for Allen more than it is a floor issue, as he's tying his shoe right now. Plain white sneakers for Stavian Allen. I can't quite tell what brand those are. Hawk basketball. Now it's Baycoat and McIntosh on the left wing. Threads it to Baycoat on the right side. Myron Thomas sets a screen. Baycoat pumps in. Teardrop left post. Yes! Cam Baycoat. Pure scorer. Scorer's bucket. 48-44. Norfolk on top. 12.5 to play in the second session. Here's Whitley on the right channel. Dancing around for Sparty. Marked by Baycoat. Whitley milking this clock for all it's worth. Whitley takes a screen, takes it to the rack. He's blocked from behind, but a foul called. Too much body contact down low. Colin Gaynor's called for the infraction. Second foul against Gaynor, and it puts Whitley on the line. Stephen Whitley from Booker T. Washington High School in Norfolk. Went to Fork Union Military Academy for a prep season, then went to Robert Morris in Pittsburgh. Played 31 games for RMU, averaging 3 points, 2 rebounds. Picked up the 7 points over his last 9 games, but got homesick. Decided to come all the way home to Tidewater. Redshirted for Norfolk State last year as he rattles home his first free throw. This year, he was probably going to be the backup point guard, but then Zanai Robinson hurt his hip in the preseason. The second-team All-HBCU All-American from last year. So Whitley had to step it up, and he has come together rather nicely for Robert Jones. Second free throw tickles the twine. It's now 50-44. Norfolk State up 6, 12:15 to play in the ballgame. McIntosh has it for the Shore, circles up right baseline, falling forward, and he's fouled from behind. McIntosh creating another chance. And that foul is against Stavian Allen. That's 3 on Allen. So now it's Allen, Bungay, and Gelino. All 3 bigs with 3 fouls for Norfolk State. Well, 3 of them at least. The tallest of them all is Dan Robinson, and he has just 1 foul. Logan McIntosh's first free throw gets the senior roll off the iron, off the backboard, and in.
Nick Thomas returns.
McIntosh with 6 points on the day now for Maryland Eastern Shore and 6 assists. He's a point guard's point guard. He much rather prefers dishing out assists than he does scoring, but Bobby Collins always mentions he has the ability to score, and he's had to do so this season as the only upperclassman to get consistent minutes for Maryland Eastern Shore. McIntosh has been the leader. Leads the team in scoring and assists. Second free throw clangs off the back of the rim, and Nick Thomas there to haul it in. 50-45. Spartans on top, coming up on the under 12 media time out of the second half. Thomas dancing with Gaynor, gets around him to the right high post. Now backs down a man, kicks it out right baseline. Shot too strong from Alex Long, and the rebound for Gaynor. Here comes McIntosh sprinting into the front court, coast to coast, up and under. Logan McIntosh with the most. 50-47. Eastern Shore back within a possession, and now Stephen Whitley attacking in transit for Norfolk State, goes after Colin Gaynor. Fouls against Gaynor, that's number 3 rather, and that takes us into the timeout. 50-47, Eastern Shore back within 3, 11:43 to play in the second on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Every small business loves new technology, especially at up to 40% off during Dell's President's Day sale. Shop huge deals on some of the latest PCs with Intel Core processors, plus top brand electronics and accessories. Shop special doorbusters throughout the event, all with free shipping. Plus, Dell's dedicated small business advisors can help you find the best deals and solutions that perfectly fit your business. Just visit Dell.com/business deals or call 877-BUY-DELL. That's 877-BUY-DELL.
Is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Ace, save on just what you need to take care of your home. Get our coupon at acehardware.com and save 25% on a regular priced item under $50. That's right, 25% off on the product of your choice. And only Ace has the brands you love and the advice you trust. So hurry in and get your 25% savings now through Monday only at your neighborhood Ace. Offer valid with coupon at participating stores through February 26th. Limit 1. Exclusions apply. See coupon.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFNsports.net.
Back at the Heights, 11:43 to play in the second half. Norfolk State 50, Maryland Eastern Shore 47. Logan McIntosh was taken over the last couple of minutes. He's now up to 8 points and 6 assists on the ball game. McIntosh, coast to coast. He does that so well in transition. He's just faster than everybody when he gets ahead of steam forward. Colin Gaynor's got 3 fouls. He's out of the game. Tyler Jones back in. Norfolk State basketball, they work it to the left wing. Jamerson puts up a 3, and his shot long. And there's a whistle on the scrum for the basketball. They'll get Stavian Allen, and that's foul number 4 against the Norfolk State wingman.
Number 13. Stavian Allen.
Dan Robinson checking back in. We haven't seen much of Robinson since the first half.
For Norfolk State, Dan Robinson.
And he checks in as Allen goes to the bench with 4 fouls. McIntosh picks it up at the Maroon M for Eastern Shore, walks it into attack formation. Hawks can tie with a 3. Don't need a 3, though. Jones bounce pass to Frost in the left corner. Ahmad wrap around inside to Myron Thomas. Left baseline, cuts the paint. Jump pass. Baycoat, right corner 3. Short. Elevating for the rebound is Robinson. And here come the Spartans left to right. Pass led up to Nick Thomas. Thomas dancing around McIntosh. Float shot off the backboard. No good. And a putback. It's Alex Long with the arms. Well, just like that. Long. 52-47 Norfolk State. Accordions it back up to 5 with 11 even to play in the second half. Here's Frost on the right sideline. Ahmad skips it to Myron Thomas, right corner. Now it's Jones posting up against a triple team, and Tyler Jones lays it up off the glass, and good, and 1. TJ flexing down low. What a game he's having against the Spartans. Tyler Jones, 6'7" and full of muscle. He's got a chance for 3-point play, and he capitalizes. 3 the old-fashioned way for TJ. He's got 17. 52-50. Maryland Eastern Shore back within a bucket. It's tax time. 10:40 to play in the ball game. Whitley on the left wing. He'll spot up from 3, push it to the left. Robinson, just a head taller than everybody, gets the rebound, puts it up for the hoop and the harm. Dan Robinson at the right place at the right time to get the bump. And he's got a chance for a 3-point play. 52% foul shooter is Dan Robinson, a 7-footer. Second foul against Myron Thomas. Robinson, top 12 in the league in blocks per game. He's had multiple blocks 5 times this season. And his free throw sits off the back of the iron. Baycoat juggles the rebound to himself, so Eastern Shore gives up the 2. 54-50 Norfolk State. 10.5 to play in the game. Baycoat at the M for Eastern Shore. One-handed pass to Frost on the right wing. Steps to the elbow, flicks it out for Baycoat. Wrap around to McIntosh in the left corner. Now it's Myron Thomas, left seam, out to Frost. Fakes a shot on the right wing. Jabs in and out. 6 to shoot. Now he spots up from 3 and sails it strong. Jamerson there to snare and clear. Halfway through the second half. This is Whitley, stutter step. Kicks out for Jamerson, right wing 3. Too strong. Rebound. Boxed out. That's Jones. And here come the Hawks right to left. McIntosh to Frost. Catch and shoot. Quick trigger 3. Got it. Ahmad Frost. Sightings of him again. 1-point game. 54-53. Hawks down just 1. 9.5 to play. Norfolk State has had an answer every time for Maryland Eastern Shore. Do they have one right now? Whitley on the right channel for the Spartans. Dancing around with Jones. Crossover dribble. Inside his teardrop. Too short. Didn't have the angle. Long rebound tipped out to Alex Long. And a fresh shot clock for Gold. They pump it into the right corner and a 3-ball corner pocket. Derek Jamerson Jr. 57-53, Norfolk State with another answer. It's back up to 4 with 9 even to play. Logan McIntosh, the right elbow for the Shore, circles up, floats it out for Frost. Nearly loses it out of bounds, able to chase back and save it. Frost, stutter step against Jamerson, jumps it out to Baycoat, left corner. Baycoat cutting in across the paint. Skyhook shot, sits on the rim and out. Bad physics for Baycoat. Robinson with the board. Here comes Norfolk State. This is Whitley dancing around the top of the circle. Jabs in, falls over, and kicks it out right baseline. It's a travel against Alex Long. Whitley slipped at the elbow. And Norfolk gives it away again. Subs for the Spartans. Brian Gelano's back in with his 3 fouls. I see Kyle Williams for Norfolk State. Jamerson's out. And Robinson's out. Colin Gaynor's in for Maryland Eastern Shore as Tyler Jones gets a breather. His 17 points. Leads both teams. Hawk basketball. Baycoat let it roll across the floor and pick it up over the timeline. Eastern Shore trying to get it back to 1 possession. Here's Baycoat, top of the circle, hands off to McIntosh. McIntosh glides in, now steps back beyond the line, straight away. Screen set by Leandre Thomas. McIntosh gets around Gelano, takes it himself, reverse layup, didn't get any rim, and McIntosh catches it out of bounds. It's going to Norfolk State. Lowe trying to do it all himself that time, and Norfolk able to close on him defensively. Sean Hoggs checking in. Logan McIntosh coming out for a moment. It looks like he winced as he took that tumble after the layup. McIntosh, 3rd most minutes per game in the MEAC. He's been a workhorse all year for Bobby Collins. Now they need him fresh for the end of the ball game. Nick Thomas takes it to the rack himself, right side. Missed the layup. There for the putback is Brian Gelano from the left. 59-53, Norfolk State. Under 8 to play in the second half. We're coming up on another media timeout. Baycoat, chest pass to Hoggs in the left channel for Eastern Shore. Now it's in the left corner for Baycoat again. Cam takes a screen, slithers in, left elbow, back out to Gaynor, catch and shoot right wing 3. Clang front iron, Thomas elevates. And here comes Nick Thomas for Norfolk State. Flicks it for Whitley on the right wing. Whitley stops his dribble, chest pass to Gelano, takes around Leandre Thomas, it's inside to Alex Long. Long with a bunny hop hook shot, lips out, but Colin Gaynor hacks him. And for Gaynor, that's foul number 4. Free throws for Alex Long when we come back. 7.5 minutes to play in the ball game. It's homecoming from the Shore. Hawks trailing Norfolk State 59-53 on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
Pardon our dust there, folks. We're building the Field of Dreams.
While University of Maryland Eastern Shore's baseball fields undergo renovations, the Hawks will share the nest with the Shorebirds at Purdue Stadium. For the first time, fans can purchase season tickets to all 25 home games at Purdue Stadium for only $75. The home opener is Saturday with a doubleheader against Lafayette starting at noon. Get your tickets at umestickets.com. Hello, I'm your waiter Serge. Would you like to hear the specials? Do they include any wings, hot and cold sandwiches, and Smith Island cake? No, you'll have to go to M Street Grill for that.
All right, see ya. Here you go, man.
Hawks fans, you want to sink your teeth into great food and watch the game, right? Make M Street Grill your new home. It's a sports bar and restaurant conceived by hospitality and tourism management program students and owned by a Hawk alumni. M Street Grill in the Princess Anne University Village, 410-621-5040.
We now pause 10 seconds for station identification.
The flagship station for Maryland Eastern Shore basketball is WTGM Salisbury, Delmarva's Fox Sports 960.
Back in Princess Anne, 59-53, Norfolk State leading Maryland Eastern Shore, 7:30 to play in the second half. Will DeBoer with you on the Shore Sports Network. Dr. Hallie Gregory, amongst the fallen Hawks they're honoring right now, Thomas H. Wiles, the old photography professor here at the University University, two Hawk Hall of Famers who passed away over the last calendar year. They're raising their placards to the crowd right now. Reset. Eastern Shore's had it within one multiple times in this second half. Norfolk State has had an answer each time. Stephen Whitley getting a full steam ahead. He's got 14 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Jason Kidd-esque stat line for the man in gold. The man at the free throw line's Alex Long for Norfolk State. Long, a 58% free throw shooter. And his first shot, good arc, just a little short off of the lip of the iron. Long, 2 years ago, part of the All-MEAC rookie team, averaged 5 points, 4 rebounds a game in his freshman campaign. Last year, 7 points and 5.5 rebounds. He was a 2-time MEAC Defensive Player of the Week. Got that award earlier this year at 1 point as well. Second free throws, nothing but net. So Long with 1 of 2. He checks out. And Preston Bungay is back in with his 4 fouls. No, 3 fouls. He's got 3. 60-53. Norfolk State on top. 7:21 to go. Byron Thomas at the free throw line kicks it out for Gaynor. Gaynor right baseline blocked by any one of 3 Spartans, but somebody fouled him in that scrum. And Colin Gaynor's got 2 free throws. That's Brian Gelano, and that's number 4. Gelano and Allen, 2 of the 4 forwards for Norfolk State with 4 fouls. Colin Gaynor's headed to the line, a 53% free throw shooter, and his first shot tickles the twine. Gaynor lists his favorite phrase is one that Bakari Copeland popularized when he was here: delay is not denial. Bakari's actually trademarked that now. He's taking it with him all the way to Switzerland, where he's playing professionally now. Second free throw sits off the left of the iron, and Gelano's there to hold in the rebound. 60-54. Hawks trail, 7:07 to play. McIntosh with a tip on the pass to Whitley, and Whitley able to box out and get control. Skips it to the left baseline for Williams. Back out now for Thomas. Thomas the right elbow for Bungay. Bungay trying to wrap around Myron Thomas, and we'll get Thomas for the hip check. Myron picks up the infraction. That's number 3 on Thomas. Number 5 against Maryland Eastern Shore. They've got 1 more to give. For Norfolk State, they've got 7 fouls, so the next one puts Eastern Shore on the line for 1-1. Whitley flicks it in. Now it works to Gelano from the right elbow. His little bunny hop jump shot juggles out. And Ahmad Frost tried to save the bouncer Maryland Eastern Shore, who he could not. But staying on the Norfolk State end with a fresh 30. 6:49 to play. Spartans trying to add to the 6-point lead. This is Bungay. Stutter step in right baseline. He's cut off. Double team, skips it out. Jones with the steal. Defense holds fast for Maryland Eastern Shore. Now it's McIntosh on the right sideline for White. Low dribbling out. He's marked by Whitley. Circles and turns around to the right sideline. McIntosh looking in. Feeds Jones right baseline. Staring down Gelano. Backing down his man against the double team. Gelano reaches up and ties him up. That's Brian Gelano just reaching in and saying, "Oh, I'll take that." Like he's reaching for, I don't know, a mango or a coconut or some sort of low-hanging appendage from a tree. Eastern Shore keeps possession as the arrow was their direction, and Frost with the teardrop misses everything. Jones had the rebound and lost it. Whitley comes down with it. Norfolk State basketball. Here's a rainbow in the left corner for Bungay. Bungay cuts in left baseline, and his floater, nothing but net. 62-54. Norfolk State puts it up to 8 points. Under 6 to play in the ball game. It's their largest lead of the half. Here's Frost. Step back, 19-footer left baseline. Yes! Ahmad Frost breaking ankles. Kemba Walker in the house on that play for Frost. 62-56. Norfolk State leads. Nate Silver time. 5:38 to play in the ball game. Left sideline, this is Whitley for gold. Kicks it to Bungay. Around the horn now to Long. Long, that's Williams checked that. Pumps it out to Nick Thomas. Thomas with 6 to shoot. Drives in against Frost. Off the glass, countered in the foul. Nick Thomas attacking down low. And he's got a chance for a 3-point play. First foul against Frost. Now 6 against Eastern Shore. We'll have bonus for both teams. Nick Thomas from Arlington, Texas, the son of Will Thomas, who played at Mississippi College in the late 80s and 90s. Nephew of Jabari Thomas, who played at Nebraska and Chaminade from 2001 through 2003. A nephew of a Silver Sword. You can make that into a movie. Cast Jake Gyllenhaal and you'll get hundreds of millions of dollars. Son of a Silver Sword. Free throw is good for Nick Thomas. Now 65-56. Norfolk State leads. Coming up on 5 minutes to play. Jones pumps into the right corner. It's Frost from Maryland Eastern Shore. Wrap around inside to Myron Thomas. Jump step, flicks it up off the iron, but he's fouled.
Foul on the play. Charge number 14.
Nick Thomas fouls Myron Thomas. Thomas on Thomas infraction.
Nick Thomas, second personal foul for Nick.
And Myron's headed to the line. 5.7 rebounds for Myron Thomas. Has been relatively quiet scoring-wise since he picked up MEAC Rookie of the Week 2 weeks ago. First free throw swirls on in. Eastern Shore back within 8, within striking distance. Remember at the end of the first half they got back-to-back threes from Frost and Baycoat that really turned the tide in their favor. As they had all the momentum going into halftime. Thomas's free throw too strong off the iron. Whitley there to corral the board. 65-57. Hawks down. 5 minutes even to play on homecoming. Bobby Collins looking for his first homecoming win as the head coach of the Hawks. It's year number 4 for him. Whitley sees an open seam on the right side. Now kicks it out. Right corner pocket three. Strong for Williams. And the rebound. Chase for the ball on the baseline. They'll call a foul. Is that on Gaynor? That's on Gaynor, and that's number 5 on Colin Gaynor. Out of the game, 8 points and 2 rebounds. So Sean Hoggs has to check back in for Maryland Eastern Shore.
He is fouled out of the ball game.
We've been seeing Hoggs less and less as the year has gone on, and Bobby Collins has basically stuck to
at the line
his main starters. 6 scholarship athletes active for Maryland Eastern Shore. 3 of them injured, of course. Hoggs is the top walk-on who gets minutes, but he's seen his playing time dip. First free throw too strong for Whitley as it was a 1-and-1. Hawks get the rebound. This is McIntosh jogging into the front court. Lowe sitting on the left channel. Screen coming, a picket fence from Jonah and Myron Thomas. Now a handoff to Ahmad Frost. Botched handoff. It's on the floor. Williams has it for Norfolk State, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to the Spartans. Applause on the sideline. Robert Jones and company admiring the handiwork of Kyle Williams, the redshirt senior scrapper from the Bronx. Norfolk State's largest lead in this game has been 11. It came at about this moment in the first half. They've got it up to 8 right now, just trying to stiff-arm Maryland Eastern Shore as we reach the end game. Tyler Jones coming out of the game, and Sean Hoggs back in. 4:28 to play in the ball game. 65-57. Norfolk State with the lead in the basketball. Nick Thomas to inbound right in front of the Hawk bench. Thomas hands it off to Preston Bungay. And he gives it to Whitley. Whitley jumps it across to Bungay. Bungay over the timeline. Williams back to Whitley, who can afford to just sit on the ball and get it in cruise control. Whitley sees a seam, right lane, and misses the layup short. Rebounds out of bounds. Whitley touched it last, and Eastern Shore takes over. Now Tyler Jones back in for offense. Jones with just 1 foul in this game, so he's not in any sort of trouble. Bobby Collins electing to go with Hoggs as the better defender.
Here come your Hogs.
That offensive and defensive rotation over the last few minutes. Hawk basketball, McIntosh and Frost. Now Myron Thomas, the reels in motion, right channel, out to Baycoat, around the horn to Frost on the left wing. Frost tries to kick it inside. Williams volleys it straight up in the air, over his shoulder. Norfolk State takes over. What hustle from Kyle Williams. Chasing that ball out of bounds. Sign up for the circus. That was a juggling act. Williams showing his hustle. Norfolk State holds the ball. They got a chance to push it in double digits with a make here. Nick Thomas from deep on the right channel. 9 to shoot. Circles up left baseline around Jones. Leaves the layup short. Gelano there for the putback, and he lays it on the rim, and it sits and rolls in. Brian Gelano cleans up off the glass, and it's up to double digits again for the Spartans. 67-57. Shore down. 3 and change to play. Timeout taken. And a late whistle, as this will become a full timeout. The 30 that becomes the full, so this is the unscheduled media timeout. In any case, we're taking a break. 3:13 to play in the second half. Norfolk State up 67-57 on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
In the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, success for our student athletes isn't just measured by wins and losses, points on the scoreboard, or individual stats. It's also measured by their performance in the classroom, in the community, and ultimately graduation. Our student athletes aren't just playing to win a single game. They're playing to win at life, because games end, but life keeps on going. The MEAC, educating student athletes for the game of life.
Committed to serving you even better. McCready Health Immediate Care and Imaging Center in Princess Anne. Stop by when you need us and experience our expanded services, including 3D mammography for advanced early detection of breast cancer. Conveniently located next to Food Line in Princess Anne and open 7 days a week from 10 to 8. Most insurance plans are accepted and no appointments are needed at McCready Health Immediate Care and Imaging Center. McCready Health, with you for life.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
Back at the Heights Center, 3:13 to play in the second half. Norfolk State stiff-arming Maryland Eastern Shore, leading 67-57. Now that was the unscheduled. You saw the official signaling, a 30 that becomes a full, so we might have another quick break. We should have another quick whistle and another timeout at the next whistle. Hawk basketball down 10. They got 21 to shoot. McIntosh flicks it into Baycoat. And Baycoat's had a pretty good game in double digits with 10. Tyler Jones has been quiet in the last 10 minutes, stuck on 17. Baycoat tries to fake inside. Now McIntosh top of the circle, wrap around inside to Myron Thomas. Myron double team inside to Jones, and Jones, speaking of the devil, Chalapere lays it up and in from the right side. TJ with 19, 67-59. Eastern Shore down, under 3 minutes to play from the Heights Center. Crowd trying to will the Hawks to defense. Couple more threes. The Hawks might have a shot. Whitley double teamed in the backcourt. Now it's Nick Thomas in the left corner, dribbles it out for Norfolk State. Bungay hasn't started his dribble. Now he does with 7 to shoot. Bungay takes a screen, accelerates in, kicks it out, left corner, pocket 3. Nick Thomas, clutch bucket. And Norfolk State resuscitating the lead to double digits, 70-59, 2 and change to play in the second half. Tyler Jones, right wing, his 3 ball, halfway down and out, and Gelano's there for the easy board. Norfolk State's bench having fun, and why not? They're about to win 10 conference games again. Keep pace atop the MEAC standings. Under 2 minutes to play. Whitley dancing around Frost. Bounce pass for Bungay. Crosses up Myron Thomas. Off the glass. That one's halfway down and out. Rebound kicked out of bounds by Thomas. Myron Thomas. Staying on Norfolk State's end. And this should become the last media timeout of the game, and it is. 1:46 remaining. Norfolk State down the stretch they come, leading Maryland Eastern Shore 70-59 on the Shore Sports Network and SFMSports.net.
The Eastern Shore is a perfect place to visit year-round. A gem hidden on the lower shore is the Henson, located in the heart of Princess Anne on the picturesque campus of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. The Henson is the perfect choice for campus visits, business trips, reunions, meetings, and relaxing getaways. Check into the Henson and we'll take care of the rest. Book online at umes.edu/Henson.
Training is about more than muscle. It's about inner strength. So I push myself. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. I train with the best. A team that shares my drive and commitment. We collect intelligence, guard our shores against drug smugglers, and keep our waterways safe. Because our nation expects more. Discover a future that exceeds your expectations. Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
This is Maryland Eastern Shore basketball from SFMSports.net.
Final 106 seconds from the Heights Center. Norfolk State leading Maryland Eastern Shore 70-59. Different year, story remains the same. The Spartans clicking at exactly the right time. This is a team that's finished top 3 in the MEAC for 7 consecutive seasons. They have never had a losing record as a member of the MEAC, going on 20 years now. They're probably going to need to win the MEAC tournament in order to get to the postseason for the 5th straight year under Robert Jones, but they certainly have an opportunity to do so. A foul on the inbounds as Myron Thomas called for the hip check. That's number 4. And headed to the free throw line is Preston Bungay. Bungay, an explosive first half. He's got 17 in this game. His best game of the year, a double-double against Bethune-Cookman, 20 and 11 earlier this month. First free throw tickles a twine. Norfolk State will improve to 12 and 17 overall, 10 and 4 on the MEAC schedule. They'll keep pace with the top of the league, and we'll see what that standings looks like after our game ends as Bayco chases down the rebound on the short free throw. Hail Mary pass up to Myron Thomas. He wraps it around and lays it off the glass and in. Thomas in transition, and a timeout for Bobby Collins. 1:37 to play in the ball game. A 10-point Hawk deficit. 10 points in a minute and a half. I mean, that's not unheard of. Thinking back to the 2013 NCAA tournament, which apparently now with Michigan as the number 2 finisher in that league since the national champion has been officially redacted. Michigan, the best-ish team in college basketball in 2013. They were down by 12 points in the final 2 minutes against Kansas in the Sweet 16. Trey Burke lit up, brought him all the way back, tied it, sent it to overtime. Burke took over in overtime as well as the Wolverines. The most exciting finish of that tournament. I remember it very well. I was in a bar in Washington, D.C., and my very reserved political science professor, a Michigan man, shook a chair over his head. He's so excited. Translation, who's going to be Trey Burke for Maryland Eastern Shore in this final 90 seconds? They trap Thomas on the right wing. McIntosh reaches in to tie him up. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to... It's pointing in Norfolk State's direction, but it seems like the Spartans had the arrow going in their way the last time. Second time we've had an issue with the arrow this afternoon. So the officials asking on the bench, and it's going to Eastern Shore. Hawk basketball, they forced the turnover that they needed. Now who can get the quick bucket? Inbound to McIntosh. He's joined by Baycoat, Jones, Myron Thomas, and Ahmad Frost on the floor. McIntosh, stutter, step, wrap around, pass intercepted. Who else? It's Bungay. Bungay dribbling out. Cross-court feed to Whitley, and Whitley walks it into attack formation. Stops his dribble. Overhand rainbow into the left corner for Nick Thomas. Thomas dancing around. Back out for Whitley, and now, with a minute to play in a 10-point deficit, things getting more dire for Maryland Eastern Shore. Jones wraps around Gelano to commit the foul about 30 feet away from the basketball. Second foul against Jones, 9th foul against Maryland Eastern Shore, and it puts Gelano on the line.
At the line for Norfolk State.
Gelano, a quiet contribution today, but a couple of big putbacks. 6 points for him. He only averages 4. 5 rebounds for him as well. First free throw for Gelano. Beautiful arc. Nothing but net. Eastern Shore will fall to 6-24 on the season. They'll be 2-13 in conference play. And they'll have to wait at least one more year for a homecoming victory. Last time they had it, the last year of the Frankie Allen tenure in 2014. Second free throws in for Bungay. It's 73-61 Norfolk State. Frost step back free from straight away, pushed it to the right, elevating for the rebound is Kyle Williams. Pass it to Nick Thomas, 50 seconds to go. Thomas spinning around Ahmad Frost, loses the handle, and it's out of bounds into the laps of Norfolk State's bench. Going to Maryland Eastern Shore. Spartans have 2 games left. After this, they'll go to Howard to take on R.J. Cole, Charles Williams, and the Bison. That's the ESPNU game that the MEAC gets every Monday night. So Norfolk State in prime time trying to take down Howard. They'll close the season at home. Their last rivalry matchup with intra-city rival Hampton. That's the March 1st block. Eastern Shore is off that day. They close their regular season on Monday night against Delaware State for a game that will essentially decide the bottom of the table in the MEAC. Tyler Jones spin move right baseline. He flicks it in with the left hand. So Tyler Jones with back-to-back 21-point games, 73-63. Norfolk State on top. Slithering into the front court's Kyle Williams, about a 3-second difference shot in game clock. Myron Thomas commits the foul. Put Williams on the line. That's 5 on Myron. Kyle Williams showing his hustle late in the ball game. He'll have 2 free throws coming up. A 74% shooter. Went to Salesian High School in the Bronx. They were Class B Catholic city and state champions 2 of his years there. Went to St. Bonaventure in 2015. Did not participate in the basketball program as his first free throw shanked strong. They decided, you know what, I do want to play some basketball. So he went to Niagara County Community College, and he's been a Spartan for 2 years now. His second free throw dances in. 74-63 Norfolk State. Hawks can at least try and get it back within single digits. Big coat, right baseline, takes it off the glass. Too high of an angle. Gelano boxes out for the rebound. Whitley will dribble it out, and that's all she wrote from the Heitch. For Maryland Eastern Shore, a disappointing homecoming on the court. Norfolk State coming in, Sparty on as they approach the stretch and keep their bid for a bye in the MEAC tournament alive. 74-63, Norfolk State defeats Maryland Eastern Shore on a Saturday afternoon. Hawks fall to 6-24, 2-13 in the MEAC. Norfolk State's 12-17 overall. They are 10-4 in the storied conference. And now Bobby Collins will come over here and we'll have a quick word with him after homecoming. Now, Coach, your thoughts on this one?
Well, tonight we got beat to the second shot opportunities. I think we allowed them to get second shot opportunities, too many. We got the initial stop, but we didn't do a very good job of getting the defensive rebounds, and they were able to get a lot of easy baskets off of that. And then I told our guys if we rebound, we were going to win the game, and that's something that we didn't do. My hands goes off to coach. He did a very good job of having his team prepared, and but you know we just didn't get it done as far as rebound.
Tyler Jones with 21 points. He came off the bench for the first time this season. Was there a reason for that he came off the bench?
Just a coach's decision.
Okay, gotcha. He had another big game with 21. Cam Baycoat stepping back for 10 points. It seemed like Eastern Shore, they were right in it for most of the second half, and then at the end of the first half, just not able to get over the hill. When Norfolk State pulled away towards the very end, did you sense a sort of deflation on your bench?
Well, again, I don't know what it was. We just didn't get those second shot opportunities. We gave them too many second shot opportunities. I know first half they had 24 missed shots, but they had 10 offensive rebounds. And I'm sure they scored on all those rebounds. And their point guard did a very good job of getting down the hill, getting some easy baskets, and getting his team some easy baskets.
Senior night on Monday against Delaware State. What's got to improve in order to send Logan McIntosh and Najee Fitzgerald outright?
Well, we got to win. Bottom line, we just got to win, and there's no way around it. We got to find a way to win the game. And we home. We had a great crowd. They were in the game. And, you know, it's unfortunate that our alumni came and they supported us, and they did great trying to get us over the hump.